Well, in that case, we are playing D&Diablo.
We
We
are
have arrived upon thine noble steed of biscuit to Lut Gholein, where previously you encountered Lord Jiren, the Sultan of the land, who gave you a very abrupt welcome and introduction before shooing you off into the depths of the city to get out of his hair and do whatever his adventurers do. In that time, you have decided where to stay, you have found some merchants, you have run in with the guards twice, and you are now on your way to live with said consequences. So,
And the teleporting girl who is breaking the laws.
Yes, there has been a young teleporting girl who has been following you around curiously, giving you a little bit of a peanut gallery. But since teleportation is highly illegal, along with a number of other obscure things, needless to say, she would be in huge trouble if she was caught.
Don't be a narc, Thulgrim.
And with that, I shall click the music button, and we shall start.
Ooh.
Oh, I whisked away.
So, let's get to... Where is... There we go. Also, the watermark of who drew this is very helpfully at the bottom of the right-hand screen, so that you can see who presented this fine little piece of shit I stole from ArtStation. Shit is a descriptive term for a thing. It is not bad, it just is a thing. It is very nice. Yeah. Also, I just realized that it's black.
Product of their effort.
I will fix that very quickly, because that just means I didn't tick the unrestricted vision range.
You are reallocating somebody else's assets. Give praise and thank yous instead of shits.
Yeah, Katie.
It depends if he asks in the way or not.
All right.
Very nice, very nice.
There we go. Mark Graham.
G-Ham?
Yeah, G-Ham. Cool. So. Or Ireland. No. So. The guards have left you alone. You've been given 2 warnings. And very, very helpfully, you do not seem to have any immediate consequences right now. But you have left at a bit of an on-pass because you had 2 places that you're thinking of going. Claude, I seem to remember you were particularly keen to get everybody over to the university, since that's where you went to university. And others in the party wanted to go to the Masquerade, a tavern run by changelings that offer a range of services, shall we say. So with all of this, with Claude being in the centre of attention for quite some time, with Netvari and Varasil doing stuff at the side, this is a very roundabout way of me saying, Philip.
Yes.
What's Thulgrim doing after all of this fiasco went down 2 minutes ago / a month ago?
Well, I was
How's
asked.
he feeling?
I was given directions to and asked to take the cart to the masquerade. And Thulgrim thinks that's the best idea. Would be to get inside, lay low, let some of a changing of the guards. So maybe that way, if we do something stupid, a couple hours later, they won't know that there's already been 2 warnings. We do probably stick out because we're brand new to town, but that would be my recommendation. Lay low, let the heat blow over.
Cool. Billy, what's Claude up to? How's he going?
He just wants to go to the university. He kind of wants to see what's up. It's his alma mater, and it's been a while. That's what's up with him.
So, in character then, what is Claude doing right now as the cart is... Because he was on the car, right?
Yes.
He's
I don't
on
remember.
Biscuit on the cart.
Yeah, he's just
Yes,
trotting
okay.
along on Biscuit, just trying to
So
get to the university.
cool. So for simplicity's sake, who is going to be going to the university and who's going to go to the tavern?
Thorgrim is picking the tavern.
Okay.
Navari is actually like physically going like, I don't know. I can't pick. Oh no. Everybody else?
Right.
Well, I mean, to be honest, if Navari doesn't know who Raziel is like, I don't know either. Probably she's like, I don't see any reason for us to be going to the university, so I will go to the tavern and secure the best place to sleep for the night.
Okay, but listen, like, so if we go to the university, we might learn why Claude is so crazy.
Do you
Is that
think
a
that
book
that
you
is a
wanna
thing
open?
that he learned at the university? Like, I don't think that they have classes on being, like Cloud.
You know, that's
Claude
true, I don't know.
101.
I don't know, but they might be like, oh yes, this is our friend, and his curse came from this thing, and maybe we could break the curse, and like if his curse was broken, maybe he wouldn't try and sell drugs on the street,
Do you
Maybe I
say
think
this to
that
each
he is
other?
just not having enough attention put on him. Like maybe I don't know. He's no, maybe he just needs some attention. I think that is maybe the problem.
Sounds very possible. What were you going to say, Thalgrim?
I was like, out of character. Are you two saying this about him, like while like standing right beside him? Like, yeah, maybe they'll know why he's this crazy.
I mean, it's more
Like
like
kind
a
of telepathic thing.
I don't know what to do, and like blah blah blah, like kind of quietly. So if you wanted to listen, you probably could, but we're not like, oh my god, what do you think we should do?
Okay, I just didn't know if Claude was going to respond to all of that.
Are wagons loud and horses? Like, I don't know if he
Yeah.
would hear it. Yeah,
The city
probably-
is probably
horse
loud.
wagons are quite loud.
Yeah.
So I would say probably he wouldn't hear
Plus
it.
the sound of the city around you.
Yeah. So you can keep going.
So that's two for the tavern, one for the academy. All that leaves is Michelle. Your vote.
Oh, where's Malkis going?
He's going to get the permit so we can sell our stuff.
Yes, we don't instantly get arrested next time we try to hawk our wares.
Okay, so there's 3 places we're going. Well, Navari going to very seriously like clasp Veraciel's hands. Like, I think we might have to split up.
It's always a safe idea for a party.
Okay, but why?
Okay, so like, what if we learn something important by being at the university? And should we let Claude go by himself? Anywhere.
Okay, maybe I see where you are coming from, but yeah, if he is in trouble on his own, it is not our trouble.
That's a good point. I'll just ask him, and I like get up in the front of the cart so I can yell towards the Claude Dubois. Hey, Claude Dubois.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the university by yourself, or do you want me to come with you?
My bird brain seems to have forgot why I was going there to begin with, so maybe we just won't go now.
Hey, God! Why was Claude Dubois going to the university?
He was looking for asylum
You're
entrance
not
into the
God,
city
you're
because
Malquise.
You're not. Yeah, you're
I'm
not.
I'm not currently Malkeith either. I'm Aaron. Well, because I remembered, that's why I was. He was looking because we
Go
need
ahead.
a sponsor to get into the city, so he was thinking about using them as his way in to be officially let into the city, like into the centermost parts of the city. Also, I think he was going to research and see if they knew a way to get rid of his birdness.
I do remember
One and two of those.
none of that. Okay. So we're just gonna go. Yeah. Well, I'll go with you, and we'll just. Yup. And I'm just gonna go with you, cause
Well,
you know
I would be going with you because you wanted to go to the university.
I don't want to go to the university right now if we
Okay.
don't have to.
Then everybody's going to the tavern except Monkeys, who's going to make sure that we don't get arrested. Good plan, everybody.
Break.
Well, and I'll just keep leading on to the masquerade.
Every time you say masquerade, I'm like, na 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 na.
I don't get the reference.
Phantom of the Opera.
Okay.
Get the song. Clearly.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, Thalgrim, do you
Sorry,
know where the tavern is?
I was given directions by Malkeith. He's been there before, so
And
we
to
just
make
got to
it
go this
easier,
way.
Okay.
I have updated your city map.
Ooh, very cool. It is loading 98%.
That is a relatively large image, so it might take a bit, even though it's quite simple.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Gua.
Gua.
There's a bird on the thing.
Are you
Gua.
okay?
It does.
You said
That's
gua.
that's where you are.
That's
I
our
know it
camera.
is. I just thought it was funny.
Gua.
Cast say. I'm sorry. Malkeith saying gua.
Malkeith did not say Gua. Malkeith is not here.
Gua.
Listen, me saying Gua once is not the same as you guys repeating Gua, nothing but Gua for 20 minutes straight.
Gua.
So were we at the Grand Bazaar, or is that a different place?
So, you're here, and right,
Okay.
market is. You are in the Crescent District, an area of the city which is being still built up, and is the fact that the city's been growing quite rapidly recently meant that there's been a need for construction. The Crescent District was mandated by the current Sultan's father to ease the demand of the people and give them a new and modern place to live. This means that it is full of construction supplies, full of labourers and day workers, and a lot of people from some of the surrounding smaller villages or settlements have come in to work to bring money back to their towns. Hence the reason why there are a large number of Lut Gholein here, the panther/lion people that you encountered out in the desert. They are nomads by nature, but they trade with Lut Gholein regularly, and a number of them have come here for work. Hence the fact that there is a camp of their Lut Gholein outriders, not too far from you actually.
Okay.
You can sort of see a tent city forming out in the. I guess it's not really sand. It's like arid land with sand sort of like blowing in from the dunes further away, and some magical wards off in the distance that sort of keep the sand or the bulk of the sand out.
On the map, is the other side of the city, is that water?
Yes.
Okay.
And like islands.
Very cool.
Yep. So it's a coastal city at the mouth of a large river. So some of the larger islands in the delta, they are built up, inhabited, and there's ferries that sort of run from coast to coast.
Very
You
cool.
do notice that you will notice that for the largest group of islands over here, there's no bridges. The only way to get across is via ferry.
Interesting. I'm sure they regulate that to make sure who comes in and out of the city.
They most certainly do.
Is that where the rich people live?
No, actually, it's where it is where the docks and merchants, or not merchants, the docks, the traders, people coming from across the sea, and the less desirable parts that service them live.
So they're keeping
So
the
they're keeping the
riffraff out.
unwashed foreigners out. Yes.
Cool. Rude.
There is also a large casino there.
And that's
Known
the
as
Jin's
Jin's
Fortress.
Fortune. Yep.
That's where we're gonna have a heist. Remember?
That's very exciting. I'm surprised Billy's not more excited about a heist, even if it's not gonna happen.
You said we couldn't have a heist. This is a lie. This is a trick.
This is a trick. This is a lie.
You just have to convince
Yeah,
everyone why a heist is a good idea. I am more than happy to run a heist.
You have to have a plan for the heist. You can't just be like heist without a plan, because then you just run in, everybody grabs a fistful of money, and we all get arrested. That's not a heist.
That's a smash and grab.
Yeah, exactly.
Ram raid the casino.
That's a bunch of crackheads running into a convenience store at 3 a.m. just grabbing as much shit as they can before somebody tackles them.
Candy bar. Anyhow, what's the street look like? What's the street around us look like? Who's there? Who's around? What the buildings do?
Yep, so as sort of seen in the previous image, which I will go back to. Actually, no, I won't go back to it. I'll just leave it.
Don't do
keep it
that.
here. This is a very wide street. On your left-hand side, there's like quite modern for this time and age buildings that have been set up. They're all still very clean, well decorated, covered in fanciful, colourful murals and all sorts of symbols of opulence. On your right-hand side, it is much more. There's wooden and stone pillars sort of set up. There's people preparing to build their sort of structures that would make up a city block. You can see labourers and architects wandering around. Guards are sort of just milling about. Every so often you see a contingent of about maybe 10 or 12 guards just walking by as they're patrolling this area. It seems like since there aren't really any external defensive walls like there would be in the other districts, that there's certainly a little bit of a concern here around security. Or it could be simply because there's a lot of people from outside the city, and this is a very, let's say, insular society. Well, not insular's not quite right. They have a lot of rules and regulations that they stick to, and the risk of one of those rules or regulations not being followed is very spooky. On this particular main road, it seems like even though it is a main road, it doesn't seem to have that many just average people walking through it. It seems like you're definitely in a construction zone. But as you get further north and further towards where the masquerade is, it starts to become more of a built-up residential area. So there's still shops and restaurants and eateries and stuff sort of scattered around, the odd smaller bazaars for residential goods like food, furniture, pots, that sort of thing. You know, just the normal. But it's mostly apartments, dense sort of 4 or 5 story apartment blocks with pale white Appalaster walls and what's it called, like thatched reed roofs, or not roofs, but like like awnings on top of the top of the flat buildings.
So they can have like a little shop set out in front of them, or just sit and watch the traffic go by.
Yeah, exactly.
They built their houses very tall here.
Multiple stories.
Kind of makes sense, They don't have a lot of space, or maybe they do have a lot of space. She kind of looks over like, yep, there sure is a lot of desert over there. But I guess if you build up, you don't have to expand out as far.
Thulgrim has definitely have like he'll like look at the buildings and just like, have to like stretch his neck, like, ow. It's very tired of having to look up at everything that's around here.
Is it because you're old or short?
Short.
Are you sure? You have a white beard. I've seen it.
Yeah. Guess what color my beard was when I was only a teen.
Hello?
Blue. Oh.
I'm not telling.
How old are you, Mr. Tolgrim?
I'm not telling.
Why not?
Because he doesn't want to. You mean you actually asking him like in character?
Yeah.
Just out of the blue, you're like, "Hey, Thorgrim, how old are you?"
No, like all the conversation that we just had, she's like, "Oh, your neck hurts. Is that because you're old or because you're short?"
He's just. Well, I mean, he just says short.
That's true. No, I was just saying that all of that was in character stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, gotcha. Then yes, he would mention that he's. I think dwarves live for what, like 250, 300 years.
Yeah, about that.
So yeah, he'd say he's nearing 100.
Is that like 50 in human years?
No, I mean it's 100 human years. We all have the same calendar cycle.
Okay, but like, you know, if you were comparing by ratios, how old would you be? Because I don't know. You know what? I probably don't have an opinion on human years either. I'm probably like 5.
I mean, we've been around for about 5 years, but we were immortal before that or something, I think.
Or something, I think.
Then yes, I'm definitely older than you.
I don't know. Like,
Well, I mean, you're older than us, but also we are, ageless and eternal, and our beauty transcends the ages. So
Yes.
and the planes too, apparently.
yeah, on the plains.
And no arguments for me.
Did Dolgrim just hate on us?
He just keeps walking or leading the cart to the.
Oh no, I think he did.
He didn't say no. Are we almost there?
We are getting close. We only have another block or two to go. I'm sure we will or you will notice it when we get there.
Why is that?
Malky said it stands out. So as he described how to get there, he mentioned that it stands out. It's not hidden.
Not hidden indeed. So, a few minutes pass, just trundling along, and you get to let me actually go back to the right map. At the busy street intersection. And right in front of you, in the middle of well, if you were to keep going straight, just go right in its front door, you see a large golden archway about 2 stories high with some dangling red silken curtains falling down, and then another row of curtains behind that, another row of curtains behind that. They're all very thin, so you can like transparently see through it. It's very clearly showing off how much silk they have managed to purchase for this place, as well as glistening enchanted letters that spell out masquerade that occasionally pops in and out of existence, sort of with a twinkle of like golden sand or golden dust that floats around the signage. You can see there's a spot very conveniently for horses and carts, and you can see there are a number of once again a number of labourers that are sort of milling about waiting for people to come in. It seems like there is actually only a couple of them, emphasis on 2, and it seems to be completely empty, probably signifying how few travellers they've had through in the recent weeks, given the trade routes overland have been closed. But
Wait,
as they
we're
see
supposed
you,
to stay here? This looks expensive.
but remember the city was covering it.
I think the city is. They mentioned a few places, and I believe this one will be adequate.
I did, in fact, forget that the city would be paying for it, so never mind.
So the 2 people you said that were up front, the couple were they're just day laborers looking for work, or were they the people who were actually in the tavern?
It looks like that they're like in the sort of tavern's stables or the inn's stables. And as you approach, they like look at you. Are you staying here by chance? Do you want us to take care of your goods and services and all them other things that we meant to be doing? He like goes off and elbows the other fellow. They're 2 like relatively large, bald human men that, they just be the lads as they were.
I asked, do you two work here?
Yeah, something like that. We get paid by the master or mistress. I actually don't know what the appropriate term. The fellow that runs the spot,
Okay. Can I do a insight check to see if they're lying?
Sure, go ahead.
26.
This place is called the Masquerade. It is run by changelings. Its entire thing, shall we say, gimmick, is that all of its staff are changelings and they can transform and shapeshift into whatever the patrons might be looking for, whether that be for conversation or for less than, shall we say, R18 activities, or for maybe needing to get ready for a court case and wanting to run a dry run with a particular client that isn't the actual client. These two men do not appear to be changelings. Sure, they could eventually shapeshift into people, but you're quite suspicious, I'll put it that way.
Okay. Then I would ask that at least one or two of us stay behind with the cart, and two of us can go in and sort of get a room set up. And that way, maybe they do work here and they would, but I don't trust all of the stuff that we have in the cart to remain in the cart by the time we get back.
Claude will stay with the cart. He doesn't want Biscuit to get stolen.
Okay.
What if someone steals it? That horse thief, the horse theft is like really illegal.
Mm-hmm.
They used
It
to
is.
kill people for that.
Do you have a horse theft license? I think not.
Yeah, don't steal my horse. That's my horse,
Okay. Well then, Claude, if you're there, just blow something up if they try and steal anything.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Well,
Why
there.
did you tell him to do that? What are you thinking?
I look over and like he would have done it anyway.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna head inside and find whoever is running the place.
Cool, so who's all going inside?
Do you want to stay with the cart or do you want to go with Tolgram?
I'll come inside and I guess see what's going on. I mean, I've never seen a changeling before, but they've got a ling in their name, like we're tieflings, they're changelings. Maybe they'll be friendly.
Okay. I will stay here with Claude Dubois. Report back to me on if they are
can
cool
go
or
in.
not.
I mean, I don't mind.
She very seriously turns to go, Claude Dubois, what if they try and take Biscuit? You will need backup.
I have a sword and quills.
There's two of
who's
them.
gonna need backup? The
There's
people
two of
in there, because they don't know how to negotiate rates. They don't have ancient price line.
My sister is very smart. She can do it, I believe. You know what? Tolgram is very smart too. He could probably do it also. He was
I
like,
feel like your sister would negotiate with her fist.
yes, but I mean, Tolgram
And
is in there
Tolgram
too.
has-
I'm more than just my muscles, okay?
I just have this image of Horacio. I'm more than just my muscles. Mwah.
I'm just saying, I'll be fine. I got Biscuit. He's level 10.
Okay, I'm going to stay for a second and see if anything happens, and I'll leave if nothing happens. Okay, just...
Okay, so then the three of us are going in.
No.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant. You're gonna just stay for a second, and then okay. And then the two of us shall enter the masquerade.
So that's Tholgrim and...
Not Vari.
Tholgrim
No.
and not Vari.
Horacio.
Horacio.
Tholgrim and Varaciel both go in then. Cool. Well, hopefully this has been configured properly.
Ooh, fancy.
Cool. Come on in.
That is fancy.
You're pushing aside some of the silken curtains. You can the scent, like there's heavy incense on the air. You can see a sort of very dull layer of smoke from the said incense just kept being caught in the ceiling. And you come onto a relatively empty landing area. There doesn't seem to be anybody here just yet, but there is food presented. There is alcohol on the tables, and this is more or less what you see. You can see a couple of doors heading into a back room. You can see that there is a counter that doesn't have anyone behind it. But it doesn't seem like you're being kicked out or anything. So what do you do?
Well, so I would head over to the front counter
Mm-hmm.
and see if they have any sort of way to attract attention, like a bell or a gong or something.
Yeah, you see a little bell that says "Twinkle me, please."
And I will stare at it for a second and go, interesting, and then pick it up and gently make a ring with it.
Cool. So as you do that, behind the counter, you see shimmering purple light as a humanoid just sort of like appears before you. Sort of like the light sort of shines from left to right and they appear in front of you. It looks exactly like Malky, except wearing sort of flowing red desert-like robes. He's sort of just standing there. It's like, "Welcome to the masquerade. How can I help you two?"
Okay,
Except he actually sounds like Malky.
Okay, I'm already very
Fine, go
suspicious. Why do you look like Malky?
The person pauses like, "Oh, you know Malky, do you?"
Why are you wearing our friend's face?
"Well, hey, is this uncomfortable? I can change if you'd like. Hang on." And they're like, go and like they put their hand up to their face and shift it from left to right, and they are now on Malky's body wearing your face. Is this better?
No, that is actually worse.
Just
Oh,
your normal form is fine with us.
they like pause for a moment, like they sort of like look behind them, like, and then definitely you see the wall just like it opens up just like a door, and it's perfectly cut into the wall that you wouldn't be able to see any gaps or anything. But it just pushes open. Another person comes out. This one actually looks like a changeling. They have just pure like snow white skin to the point where it's like if they were standing out in sunlight, it would be reflectively blinding, sort of thing. White hair, simple robes, like a little bit alien, and they sort of like look over with pitch black eyes, and they look to fake Melky Veracio like, "I did tell you not to use these fan images of yours with new guests. Use something generic, Mikael. Now go, get back into the other rooms. Let me deal with this." And the one that's wearing Marquis's body and Veracio's face, like, bows their head and skitters off, like, "I do apologize for my colleagues' lack of decorum, is the correct term. It was am I correct to understand that you are one of Malky's friends, then?"
Yes, that is true. We are.
"Is he back in the city, or are you merely traveling for your own personal reasons?"
He is indeed back in the city.
"Ah,
Are you? Do you know of him?
yes. Yes, he stayed here for some time and has friends. They are quite fond of him. A little too fond, and occasionally forget that the world is a little smaller than they might like to believe."
I see. Yes, he is off currently, but he will be back tonight,
"Ah,
and we would enjoy 2 rooms in this fine establishment.
very good. We shall have to catch up with him. 2 rooms. That would be 4 gold a night per room.
I'm
Okay.
not
And
married,
any...
but only 2?
Oh, no,
That's what-
that's a
one
good
room,
point.
girls get
I was literally thinking. I was thinking the same. It's like Racios was like, "Yeah, no. We can, Like, you got to remember, we are not the ones paying for these rooms, okay, Dalgrim?
Yes, I know the city, the Sultan is paying for us, but I didn't want to be rude and
Okay, well,
Changelings.
let's. Okay, we need a girl room and a boy room and a bird room. So 3 rooms.
A bird room.
Don't worry
Do
about it. We need 3 rooms.
Would it be for a full bird or a small bird?
Like a
person.
person-sized?
Yes,
Okay. So 3 regular rooms then.
3 regular rooms. Yes, please.
3
Well,
regular rooms.
One has 2 beds and a different one has 2 beds and one just has the 1 bed. So 5 beds between 3 rooms.
You mean a nest?
Would you desire for the rooms to be linked so that you might be able to be in the same shared space? Or would you rather
Oh, you mean like a suite? Oh, that sounds very fancy. We'll have that.
Very good.
Sure.
The walls can be shifted to suit the needs of our guests, so do not worry. You mentioned that the city or the Sultan is paying for this. There are a number of ways this is done. Do you mind if we verify this and put it on a tab until the verification occurs?
That is fine. That is fine.
Okay. I suspect that our kind Sultan is giving you janissary rights, which would mean that you get a number of services free of charge, but others are priced differently. So merely be sure to not be irresponsible, is all I shall say.
Yes, we very much understand that this is a gift they are giving us, and we will not, or hospitality, sorry, that they are showing us, and we will not overstay.
Of course. If that is all, I shall make the arrangements to ensure that your room is set aside. Normally, our colleagues would assume a form that you find desirable, whether that be simply a familiar face or if it is our choice and you do not care, that is up to you. But please, is there a form that you would find desirable this day?
No, I don't. I don't think anything would be particular better or worse. Although I have not seen a fellow dwarf in quite a while, but that is neither here nor there.
Very, very fine, very fine. Well, they tense up for a moment, and then their body starts to shrink down and do form the form of a dwarf. They have a long auburn beard with twinkling blue eyes behind a sort of like pockmarked face. Looks like they're quite a withered dwarf, a miner of sorts. Like, waddle on up to a stool behind the counter to get some proper height, lean down over it, like, hopefully this is a little bit more your liking then.
Thorgrim, he
Oh,
does
the
smile.
voice and everything.
Thorgrim, you can like tell there's a little bit of like a happiness to see someone that it looks like him, even though he knows it's not. But he's like,
I don't see too many dwarves in this part of the world. A lot of them are up north, up in the mountains, up in that general hickety-pickety area.
That's
I think there's
couldn't-
quite a number of settlements off in the jungles across the sea, ain't there? It's been some time since I've actually travelled outside of Lut Gholein, so forgive me, my knowledge of your people's settlements is a little rusty.
No, you seem to know what you're talking about. I give you credit for that.
Aye, well, you meet a lot of different people in this particular profession, and a few less people now than there used to be, but, well, that's just the state of the world, ain't it?
That should be changing.
Oh, well, fingers crossed that be true. There's only so much a gimmick can really, I guess, pull from the locals. I'm aware that our fine establishment is most attractive to those from outside of town, but there's still some regulars. Look, I'm getting off topic. I'm oversharing, I think is the right term. I'm sure you got many things you need to get done, so I'll leave you both to it. If you need anything, call out for me. I'll be happy to.
What are you saying?
The cart.
What? Yeah, Okay. I'll let him know that we have a horse and or two. Do we still have the sand horse? Is that did I go
Sandhorse
away?
will have dissipated into a
Oh, okay.
It would have been with you, but it will dissipate soon. It's still with you, I believe.
Okay. So then, yeah, I'll state that we have a two horses with us that will need lodging, and where would we put a cart? Like, where should we store a vehicle?
Well, we got a couple of stablery assets, you could say, just to the side of our fine establishment. If you just want to scooch it up in there, we can get someone out to help you out, or if you want to just get them all in nice and tight yourself, feel free, whatever you're more comfortable with.
Okay, can do. And the two gentlemen outside, do they work for you?
The dwarf sort of like blinks and then furrows his bushy brows, like, no, but I think I know who you're referring to. Gimme, all right, let's go. Get the broom and get the cats out of the walls or whatever the hells we want to call it this time.
Oh, okay. Just curious. They were
No.
offered to help with our cart and whatnot.
Aye, would have been a
Get those cats
scam.
out of the walls.
Would have been a scam. Good on you for actually checking first. They'll be preying on you because you're all not from around here. Though a lot of the people in this district ain't from around here still, so you're right pickings, I think it is. Now, if you need me for anything, names, obviously I'll be wearing a few different faces as the day goes on. You might not recognize me. Call out for Norta. You'll be able to find me wherever abouts I am in the building.
Okay. Then I'll start to head back to the cart. Well, I'll motion, see if she needed to say anything else. Otherwise, head to the cart.
And you see that like they hop down from the little stool and they pull out a couple of like small blue crystals from behind the counter and they put them up on the counter. And then you see they reach down further, pull out a big case, creaks open with like squeaky hinges. You see a double-barreled shotgun get put up on the desk. They pop it open and start putting the blue crystals into the chamber and get ready to remove the cats, as it were.
Oh,
Go on, kid!
oh, okay.
Wow, this just went from 0 to 100.
That's not a broom.
Sure it is. It's called the street sweeper.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not a broom, it's a boom.
Yep.
Cool.
Almost made me do a spit take with that street sweeper. I just put some soda in my mouth.
Yeah, that's that. Room secured.
Very nice. Do we, as he's packing up the quote unquote broom, do we have keys of any kind, or
They haven't
since
presented
it's
them
a-
with you yet.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I start to, as he starts to like leave the counter and everything, I'll ask. I understand this is my first time here. Do we get keys from you, or?
Oh, yes, all right. My apologies. It's been all right. So, you see that one of them stages over there with the little like half gazebo coming out of the wall?
Yeah, I see that.
Yep. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna walk up one of those stairs, you're gonna put your hand on the wall, and a door will appear, and that'll take you to your room.
Okay.
Now, I feel like I don't need to say this, but I respectfully ask you not to cast any null magic spells while you're here, otherwise you will be hit with quite a few nasty fees. And you might be stuck in your room, so don't do that.
What? Don't cast any. What did he say?
Anything that'll nullify magic.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Don't muck with the
understand
enchantments.
Counterspell. Sure.
It's a little unfortunate that in today's day and age I have to say that, but you'll be surprised, I think. Or maybe not.
I think I can imagine the shenanigans people will get up to.
Oh, hey, there's plenty of shenanigans around here, that's for sure. I think Billy just looks repulsed for a moment.
Well
Cool.
then, I'll head back outside.
Oh, and if you want, and calls out at you, if you want dinner or breakfast brought to your room, just sing out at the counter and it'll be presented to you at sunrise and sunset, alright?
Okay, thank you so very much.
Not a problem. Alright. So you're guessing you head back outside and head towards where the rest of your party was?
Yes, yes.
Cool. Billy, paint the scene. What is happening in the stable at this point?
Odd is brushing Biscuit's beautiful hair,
Yeah, good.
and that's it. And no one's came to bother him, right?
No, the two fellas that were there, sort of like since they realized you weren't moving, just went back to trying to act natural.
Okay.
Navari actually walks directly up to them and like
Oh.
makes them talk to her.
All right.
No.
Anything in particular, or
Uh,
just like casual conversation?
just like being like, "Hello, I see you're here." Like not actually saying "Hello, I see you're here," but like being there to be like, "I'm aware of your presence, and you're not gonna fuck with our stuff."
Yeah, you can see that
Hi.
they're getting like visibly agitated by this, but since you're not doing anything like aggressive or wrong, they don't want to be the one to initiate hostilities. So
Yeah. So she's just trying to be like, friendly, annoying. Like, "Oh, hey, how are you guys doing? Is this a good job? Do you like it here?"
like, I mean, it's pretty in the relative scheme of things, it's pretty good. You're not out in the desert being eaten by sand sharks, so I'll take that as a plus.
Is the
You ever
sand shark
seen-
real? Is that the real thing? I've never heard of a sand shark before.
You ain't never heard of a sand shark before?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they got a couple of funny names. So you got your sand sharks, you got your land sharks, you got your water sharks, you got all sorts of sharks. They're all over the place.
Why would they call it a water shark if it's in the sand?
Because it's a the water shark is a shark that's in the water. You hear me? And a
Okay,
sand
so-
shark, right? A sand shark is a shark that's in the sand.
What's the difference between a sand shark and a land shark?
Well, one's in the water and one's in the sand.
What's a land shark then?
Well, it's a shark that's in the land, but it's
Maybe
not in
inland?
sand. Yeah, it swims through the ground.
Is that real?
Oh, swear on me, mum. It's as real as and he looks around. As this facility right here is real.
What's your mom's name?
Why are you asking me so many questions?
Well, you're
If you don't know your mom's name, it can't be real, right? You're lying, right?
I mean,
It's
you're
only
here to
real if
help
you know the
us
name.
with our stuff, right? So, just since we're waiting, I figured I'd have a conversation with you. You're probably
you're
very
not letting
bored
us-
standing out here all day.
You're not letting us get to your stuff. As that part of the conversation comes along, you see Thulgrim and Varsil sort of come back out, or Thulgrim and Varsil come back out of the building.
What's your name?
My name.
Let me guess. Is it Gerald?
It's. How did you know? That's a good guessing you got there. Yes, my name's Gerald.
And what's your friend's name?
This is Fitzgerald.
Are you guys lovers?
Yes.
Because he's Gerald, and if he's Fitzgerald, then he fits Gerald.
And with that, you hear like racking of a grudge raker off your side, and you see a small brown auburn-haired dwarf wander out of the tavern like, "All right, I've told you about 12 times to get out of my stables, you lousy land rats. Now get out of here!" And you see them like just look up and sort of scamper off as quickly as they can.
Goodbye, Gerald. Goodbye, Fitzgerald, you big liars.
All right. With that, accommodation is sorted.
Very nice. Then I tell the doctor where to park our our car and where the stables are.
Did you get a room for Biscuit?
Yes, it's here on the side of the building.
Biscuit is a horse. He lives in the stable.
And you see the town we're in,
Yes.
and my horse is gonna get stolen.
He's Malchisa's horse.
You could just have somebody
No.
come down and check on the horse every like 10 minutes or something.
You could sleep in the
and-
stable with him, you know?
I
Yeah.
could.
You can make a little
And I
nest
could,
next
you
to
know,
his.
this could be gone tomorrow morning, too. But, you know. You didn't get him a room?
He's a horse.
His
They're
room-
not going to let him sleep inside. That's
His
that's
room
ridiculous.
is out here.
Ugh.
A stable is a horse room.
Doesn't
And it
even
is
have heated
included with
floor.
our room.
Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll cast the spell that has the thread alarm. I'm going to cast alarm for you on the Biscuit's little square area where they're staying. So if somebody shows up and like walks in, I'll know, and I can be like, "Go say Biscuit," okay?
Yeah, okay, I like that.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Look, I
Then, yeah,
know
once-
May's gonna try and get me, alright?
And once Biscuit and our gear is properly, are we gonna bring the stuff inside? Like, do we want to bring all the wood? And I definitely think we bring the
I
quote
don't think we
unquote
can
medicine.
bring all that in there. The medicine, yeah, but I don't think the wood. I think the wood is too because it's like lumber.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is. Would be a weird thing to try and like just carry like stacks of lumber with us into.
Yeah, a bunch of 2x12s, just huffing them upstairs.
Well,
And, yeah.
you've ticked off one of your objective boxes. Where to now?
Mhm.
What's happening next?
I guess would probably like since we have backpacks and bedrolls and all that kind of stuff. Fulgrim would like to, take all of our stuff up to the rooms and drop it off, so he doesn't have to carry all of our traveling gear with us before we go explore more of the city.
Cool. Okay.
If the others are in agreement.
Sure, yeah, sounds
that
good to
is-
me.
that is good to him. Yeah.
Yep, good to me.
Cool.
And you can take Biscuit with us for that if you want to.
I like the alarm. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty easy to get your stuff all into your room as you sort of come in and start trudging it in. Another one of the changelings comes out and they just help you carry things in.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't there to make the request, but as soon as
Yes.
What, Philip?
Nothing.
Okay. Anyway, I wasn't there to make the request, but when they were like, any requests for what the changeling look like, I was just thinking, just make all of them look like Malkis, so it'll be really awkward for Malkis. Sorry, keep going.
Is it a mouthful of kombucha? No.
Oh.
Not really much more to say. Everything gets brought in. Very quickly, you've just left and come back in, and it seems like as you go up onto the stage and press your hand against it, the door appears. You walk through, and you're in a sort of, funnily enough, a central lounge that looks almost exactly the same as the lounge you just walked out from. It's like stepping through a mirror. Except now there's no counter, and instead there are 3 doors. One door that presumably goes towards each of the 3 rooms that you'd ordered.
Interesting.
And
I wonder if these rooms are actually nice or if they're like shitty, but everything has an illusion on it.
Yeah, there's no way of knowing without casting some sort of a counter spell magic, and that is very much against the hotel rules. They will fine us and possibly lock us in these rooms. So don't cast that. But yeah, so then I point out, so we have 3 rooms. and I'm guessing you two sisters would like a room. Claude, you have the room at the end of the hall, and me and Marquise will take this one.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that sounds good to me.
See, I knew Dolgrim and Varasiel would do a good job.
Wait, why do I have my own room?
Oh, we figured you would want your own room. Did you not? Did you want to share?
It's too late. The arrangements have been made. You get your own room, Mr. Dr. Claude.
You're torn, aren't you? You're like, I want to be mad because like I feel excluded, but also I'm the special one that got my own room. So you're not sure if you should be I'm so special or I'm mad, aren't you? Aren't you?
Don't read my brain. It's rude. I like that room, and it will be acceptable. Because I should be treated like royalty, and therefore accept your room as punishment for your crime. And then he marches off to the room.
Sure, yeah.
Anyhow, continue.
Where are we going first again?
The
Wait,
tavern.
We're here at the tavern. Should we wait for Marquise to get back? Should I
I
send him a
would like a
message?
changeling.
I was thinking that he's going to get the. He's going to try to get that. Whatever is required for us to sell our goods. And then he knows we're here. So, other than he may not know how to get in, which might be a problem. But they seem to know him here. He's interestingly enough, he seems to be fairly famous at this establishment. So I'm sure they will help him accordingly.
What? He's famous?
Yeah, he's not a very good spy.
I mean, out of character 007 is super famous, and he's the greatest spy.
Okay, so like,
Listen, I'm Sterling Archer, okay?
oh,
What's,
Yes.
what's the point of being a great spy if you don't tell everybody?
I didn't know you were 007. That's so interesting.
Okay, but like, famous how?
I don't know. They just know who he is. He has fans.
We came in and one of them was just wearing his face. It was really, really unusual.
Where are they? Where'd that one go?
I don't know. What are you asking?
Why,
Where
Claude Dubois? What are you? Why?
Oh no.
Because
That's fine. Let him work his shit out with somebody else.
Because, and I'll tell you why. Then I can have this Valkyrie. We can get rid of the real one, have this one, and let him tell us what to do. And I think, quite honestly, he would be more fun because he would let me do things. I
How do
could
you
replace.
know?
How many people work here again? Who can do that? Because I
Okay.
could just replace everyone.
All of them.
Why don't
All
you
of
go
everyone.
downstairs and just go and ask, the person, just be like, hey, can you find me a changeling
Can you find me multiple changelings?
Yeah,
not
can you
just
find me
one?
multiple changelings who are
Or
willing to
replicate
fight the
my
Lord of
party?
the Lord of Terror? Because we're hunting demons and things, okay?
I think he just wants to fuck him.
Well, yes, I mean that
Mhm.
too, but he's also
I
like,
can't.
then
I
we
have
can,
a cloaca now.
yeah. Well, I mean that's also a problem, yes. But he's also like, yes, I want to, I want to get rid of Malky and get a new Malky, and what I'm doing the
There's a
voice
new
wrong.
Brassiel and a new
Okay,
Navarre.
all right, let me try again. He's all like, I wanted to get rid of the Malkis and get a different Malkis and put a different Malkis in charge because I'm trying to have fun, even though a demon nearly killed me.
Did I die though?
I think that
Yeah.
our monkeys.
Well,
is
I'll
good.
tell you what, if Malkis wasn't there, you would have.
Yeah, I think our monkeys is
Yeah.
good, and we should keep him because he will actually fight demons and not freak out. But if Varsiel was saying, like, if you ask any of the changelings here, hey, you want to fight like a king of hell? They'd be like, fuck no.
Yeah, but the other Malkis would give me geeses, so like that's different.
We could just have two Malkises. We could have one that's useful and one that will suck your dick.
Did you call him Malkises?
He doesn't have a dick, remember?
Yes, that would be the plural of my name. Thank you very much. Malky has been standing, like, listening to you guys talk about this for, like, the entire time.
Wait,
You're
birds don't have
Malkies.
dicks?
They do.
No.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
No. Do I?
You're a lady bird or a boy bird? I thought you were a boy.
I don't know. I've just ever since I became a bird, I've had no like urge down there to play
Don't
with
you have
it.
to
you know?
pee? Birds don't pee,
No.
do they? They just have like the watery
I
poo.
kind of like wiggle my butt
Yeah.
and then just boop.
So why do we need another Malky? I'm right here.
For
Hi!
Malkies.
Oh, welcome. These are our rooms, and I sort of gesture to this door.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's if it's been all registered, that's lovely. I remember how to access the door. Thank you, though, Thorgrim.
Um,
I'm gonna go into my room. Just send in that Malkies when you can. Okay. He just squabbles all the way to his room.
I think he's embarrassed now.
He should be.
What?
Oh yes, things were quite easy actually. I procured the licenses we require to sell our goods.
Are they
Oh,
legal?
very cool.
Yes, actually, I have I have a general license to sell the wood and a restricted license to sell the drugs. Though they need to be sold in a very particular place, but I'll handle that.
I'm actually very surprised that it was that easy to get a license to sell drugs. I had the impression it was very illegal.
I know a few people in the city. It was rather easy. Also, going alone made things rather very quick. Not to throw shade at any of you, but they know me and I listen when they talk and I say the things they want to hear.
That does seem like a wise course of action.
Get the clone. Get the clone.
You know,
Get the
we're cool too. We kept our stuff from getting stolen.
I absolutely understand that you are all very cool. In fact, I'm reminded of it daily. I'm just saying that sometimes people in stuffed shirts need less talking, more nodding.
What's in their shirts?
Oh, they usually
Stuff.
puff up the front of their jackets to make themselves seem more regal. Like they have musculature that doesn't exist because
Like-
it's all in their gut from just
like a-
sitting all day.
Bird?
No, it's more like they tie a girdle around their stomach to push in their gut and force all the muscle up into their
That
chest.
doesn't sound very comfortable.
It's not at all.
Then why did they
What?
do
How
it?
do you know that? Have you worn one of those before?
Yes.
Why?
Because for certain
Um,
functions, you need to put on certain airs and certain attires.
Oh my god, Malkis, do you have a gut?
No, I don't. He lifts his shirt up and shows you his very, very trim stomach. But he's like, but when you're wearing disguises, even if you're not the exact body figure, sometimes it pays to pretend you're fat and have a disguise. So I use a bladder full of water to make it seem like I have a gut.
Claude Dubois, you just missing Malkise's tummy!
Why would you do that?
He pops
Funsies.
his head out and goes, "What?
No, nothing. Go back to your shame.
No, I'm gonna come out now." And he marches on back. Do it again.
No, you missed the story. Moment's over.
Where's the changeling? Changeling!
I believe you need to ring the bell. You can't just yell. They don't just bring things if you yell.
Ding, ding, ding! There, it rung the bell.
They
You
had
actually ring a-
mentioned
Did she ring a bell or just say that?
Yeah,
Okay.
rung that bell.
All right.
go to the front to ring the bell.
Oh, okay. So I guguess I have to go to the front.
Yeah, it's like a bellhop kind of thing. It's like a
Okay,
bell.
all right. Ding, 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 ding.
Cool. So you're going to go leave the room, go down to the front?
Yep.
Sweet. So you ring the bell, and another changeling sort of appears in front of you at the in front of the desk. He's like, once again, complete like no color in any of their skin or hair, or even their clothes really, and pale, dark, pitch black eyes. And they lean forward like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, get the Malkis out here. I want to see the Malkis.
They like look at you for a bit, and then you see their face just sort of like scrunches up like it's a piece of paper being crushed, and then it stretches back out, and you see Malky's face just right in front of you. He's like, something like this is what you're looking for. It's a fine choice. It's actually quite a popular request around here.
Popular? What?
Yes, popular.
Oh my god,
that-
Malkis gets around.
Is that surprising?
Very
He
much.
gets around, and it's not even him.
Am I a popular choice?
Well, I haven't seen you before, and I don't think any of the other one of my colleagues have, so at the moment, no, you're not. But you are very interesting to look at. I'm not sure how I'd manage to... They mime in front of their face with a bird sort of shape. It's like, let me give it a... Do you mind if I give it a go?
No.
Do you want to
No?
fuck yourself?
Okay.
No,
All
go
right.
for it.
All right. And they're like... So they concentrate for a bit, and their skin sort of boils. Like it's the... you know that in Terminator 2, the T1... I think it's the T-1000, the liquid one.
Yep.
Now it's like... Yeah, that sort of shitty special effects occurs for a bit. And you see this long beak protrudes from his face, and it tightens and turns into the same black carapace that you have for your keratin, whatever the hell it is. You see bird beak appear. And it takes him about 15 or 20 seconds to properly do it. You see a relatively close facsimile of yourself appear before you. It's like, can you talk a little more? I need to get the voice down.
Maybe, right?
Okay, that's good. That'll do. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
This is pretty cool. I like this.
uh-huh.
You sound like
Yeah.
what's his face of the grease?
Wah.
I like this. Wow. Oh, do you want to play a trick on people?
Sure. What sort of trick you're thinking about?
Well, my friends are upstairs, and they are trying
Uh-huh.
to, they're on a quest to get really rich. And
Aren't we all?
aren't we all? If you want to join them for a little bit, feel free.
Are you talking about us? Because we're all right here.
You
He's gone
followed
downstairs.
me down to the steps.
No, it's-
You were in the lobby. We were all been standing in the lobby.
No, I thought you... Hang
No,
on.
no,
'cause-
What?
We went to our rooms.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you guys were
Yeah.
downstairs. Okay.
No.
they're just adjoining rooms, so we could all talk.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a central adjoining room, which is a mirror of the landing room. And then just depending on how many bedrooms you need, that's how many doors appear in the walls around it.
Yeah, and also Malkis is in there, and if you just want to,
Oh, Malcase is back.
yeah,
I heard about that, actually. Someone said his
Yeah.
name. And then they got out the boomstick.
yeah, he's kind of like my husband, but not really. And
Oh,
if you just have fun,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, if you're his husband, I don't think it would be appropriate for me to be going in as his husband.
He's very needy, and I'm a
Oh,
tired
that-
bird.
You're like,
I'm very tired.
they bring a sort of birdie hand up to their chin and rub it a couple of times with their beak and do you want a marriage counselor?
No,
I think you should get one.
I want
It
a
sounds like
break.
you're not having a very pleasant relationship with your husband right now.
well, you see, there's this
Mm.
other person there that causes
Mhm.
issues. Their name is
Yeah?
Thulgrim Ice Tank, and he is his favorite and lets him sleep in the room with him, and I have to get my own room, and it's very
Well-
devastating.
Well, so did you not get to pick your room?
No, my husband booked this room for me and told me that I had to stay in my own room because he was going to look at our other husband, Thulgrim Ice Tank.
Oh, you got one of those? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm nesting right now,
Right.
and he's like, I don't want the
Oh.
feathers in the bed,
Well, if it makes you feel unhappy, you should say something to him.
I'm scared, but you could.
Look. Okay, sweetie. listen here. You can't simply use someone else to say what you need to say to them, because otherwise
What
it
are we
doesn't solve
paying
the
you
problem.
for then?
You're not paying me anything for this. This is on the house. But if you need to do this for yourself, otherwise you won't feel good about it.
No, I'd feel perfectly fine about it, honestly.
That's look.
Oh,
I've
you
seen
might
this.
be me, but you don't know me.
No, but I know people who do this, and I've seen you see a lot of them in this particular establishment. So I'm just saying, if you need to talk to him and things are making you not feel nice, you need to talk to your husband.
I think you need to talk to my husband.
Well, what if we both
me.
talk to your husband?
Then there's two of us, and that's
Yeah.
an issue. Just let
How
him
is that an issue? If it's an issue, then that sounds like it's your issue, which means even more so it should come from you.
Friendship, where is it? Ah!
While this is going on, Malkeys takes a bath. He just
Don't
needs to get
see my husband in the bathtub.
like he
No.
like as I
Wait
imagine
a
before everyone
minute.
else was talking upstairs.
No.
Malkeys is just like, no, fuck this. You need
No.
to get-
Okay.
No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean no?
No what?
Better yet, can I disguise myself as you and you as me, and so I'm still there?
Can you wait?
Yeah, I am a wizard.
So you want to disguise yourself as me as a changeling, and then I go up as you as Bird, and then
Talk to him, and then I'm still there.
but you're not the one saying it.
Yeah, like, you know.
Okay, well, you know what? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, let's do it.
Okay, I'm gonna use disguise self
Sure.
to turn into the changeling?
Okay,
Okay.
so while this is happening, Natvari really wants to ask Malkeys why he's famous, which is why you can't take a bath yet.
You can still. He doesn't care. You can just stand outside the bathroom and talk to him while he's in the bathtub.
Okay. Malkeys! Hey, Malkeys!
Yes.
Sorry
He's
to
gay,
interrupt
just-
your bath, but they said you are famous. What are you famous for?
I'm not really famous. I just spent time here, and when I won at the casino, I spread the wealth around a little bit.
You won at the casino?
A little bit. I didn't make a lot of money, and I wasn't going to take it with me. It was weighing me down, so I just spent it on drinks and, pretty much gave everyone an early tip.
That's very nice. So, like, you're famous because you were very nice to them?
Yeah.
I think everybody thought you were famous because you were, like, a special spy, like one of those ones you read in books, that's, like, very suave and, I don't know, very good at everything, like acrobatics and stealing and murdering people.
He
and
probably
stuff.
drinks martinis, you know?
Yes.
Why would I
Shaken
tell
and
everyone
unstirred.
Why would I tell people I'm a spy? That ruins the point.
I mean, that's what we thought, but also, like, it's in the books, so it could be true also.
Okay, but doesn't everybody knowing you also make you a bad spy?
They don't know if they don't know what I do. They think I'm just an adventurer. Adventurer is the perfect cover for anything because you can go anywhere. Because adventurers pop up fucking everywhere for no reason.
I mean, I guess that's true, but we know you're a spy.
Well, yes, I wanted to gain trust by telling you all what I do. If I'm constantly lying to you, then there's tension. It's unnecessary tension, and I'm constantly trying to remember all the lies I've told you to try to make sure I don't get things crossed. So I figure it's just easier, and I trust a lot of you, -1, to just tell you I'm a spy.
But if you're, like a really good spy, couldn't you just keep your lies straight?
I could and I have. I'm just saying
And you have.
there are more important things right now.
Okay, I guess that's true. Anybody else have any more questions for Malkeys while he's in the bath?
Is there any place you don't want us to go or say your name?
Give me 1 second.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Like, when we were... Oh no, I wasn't there. Never mind. Scratch that.
No, I didn't use my... No, wait. Not the mortuary call. The... Bollocks. The... Zakarum Church. Though I'm not sure if that was the official branch or if that was just the insurgents at the moment, but I did go there trying to get information and I lied and they enthralled me to tell me that I tell them my real name. And then I'm pretty sure they were going to do some terrible shit to me and I escaped.
Okay.
Was that the regular Zakarum cult or the one with the people who left because they were like, wait, this shit's crazy?
No, I think it's the regular like the bad Zakarum cult, the larger one, not the Splinter Cell who were like, fuck this, everything is not good.
We don't
So I
know
believe
if they're good.
the better than the alternative, better than the ones enthralled by Mephisto.
Okay.
But yes, I was trying to gain information and they saw through my deception and we're going to subsequently do probably something very untoward. So I might either skip out going on there or disguise myself completely if we go back there.
Okay, that's good to know.
I don't want to go there.
We might possibly not need to go there, but sometimes it's good to get a lay of the land, even the nefarious elements, so you know where every piece on the board is at play.
I suppose.
While we have some downtime, Thulgrim is going to do his separate his soul. So pull out his little Echo Knight. And when he does, it's that golden figure. So I don't know. Malkis, you may see this depending on when you come out of the bath. And Michelle, since you're... Well, are you...
Imagine they're all just like running back and forth between the two rooms right now.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's true. So then whoever would be coming around, Thulgrim is going to basically like separate and do his soul thing. And when he does it, there will be two of them. And they both kind of look broken-ish. And so he's going to study them and like look around and inspect them and that kind of stuff. If anybody... What was that?
I said, now go, my minion. Don't bother Claude. Claude, go bother me.
Yeah. So yeah, his... And then he tries to like pull them back into himself and then send it out again, and it's two pieces again.
What are you doing?
Well, as I'm sure you remember, I died earlier.
You didn't die, exactly.
Right, so not quite, but it was another something, and it has, as you can see, it has split my soul again. And so I'm a little worried about that.
Wait, is that bad? Do you have two of them, or was your original guy like halvesies now?
No, it is, I don't, it feels wrong. And, like, as you look at the two of them, one of them, like, each one of them is, like, glows on, like, half a side, and the other half seems almost like it's, like, cracked or not as bright as the other half of it. Like, each one looks like it's trying to form from half as much material, basically.
Can I touch the soul? Like, if I put my hands
Yes.
on it? Okay.
Yeah, they're physical. They take up space.
I'm gonna, like, try and push them so that the two sides touch. The two broken sides.
They each take up their space and they don't really fit into each other.
Okay, but, like, when they're standing, like, shoulder to shoulder, I'm gonna go, mending!
Thorgrim just is like, I don't think that works on souls. But I thank you for trying.
I mean, I didn't really think it was going to work, but, you know, sometimes the simplest solutions are the correct ones, you know?
Well, I'm just gonna keep messing with this until, unless we have something else we need to do. And, yeah, so Thorgrim's gonna keep pulling them back and, like, pulling them out and pushing them, sort of Almost like a turn it off and turn it back on again idea.
Cool. So as you're doing that, you'll hear a very muffled Malky! Malky! You hear like, and then the door just sort of like phases open. You see Claude sort of comes into the landing and he's like, "Where's Malky?"
He's getting his name wrong.
What?
He's taking a
No,
bath.
his name's
Why?
Oh. Well, where is he taking his bath?
In the bathtub?
Like, Claude's eyes narrow. It's like, are you sure?
Yes.
Where else would he take about Claude's wall?
Scutters off, and goes towards where the bathtub would be. He just like pushes the door open, and
Are
is
you
just
just
sort of
going
standing.
in? What are you doing?
Doesn't listen. He just goes in.
Yeah, Malke's like head on the back of the tub. He has like a washcloth over his eyes. His hair is like unbraided and it's like off the side of the tub so it doesn't get wet.
Malky,
Well,
why did you? Why are we not in the same room? Is there something wrong? Did I offend you? Have I not bathed properly in the recent months?
the fact that you asked that question means you have no self-awareness, which is
What?
amazing.
What? Now, you listen here. I'm very self-aware of everything that I've ever done, and I apologize for offending you, okay? But I would just really like it if we could be in the same room again, and if you would actually look at me when I said nice things to you in the morning.
Can I use an investigation to see if I recognize this is an imposter Claude?
Yeah,
I imagine they're not wearing the same clothes. Because Claude's clothes are very distinct.
Yes, but they've shapeshifted the clothes to match.
Okay. Can I still do like an investigation?
Yep, you can do investigation.
No.
No.
Would it be
No.
investigation or insight?
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Given where you are, and given the fact that shenanigans do occur more often than not, it's not too far removed to decide that this is a changeling that Claude has sent up to cause shenanigans, and that the changeling thinks this is a hilarious idea and wants to do it to fuck with you.
Okay. Malky takes the washcloth off of his eyes and just stands up, like full dick out right in front of the changeling. He goes, you can go tell the real Claude that you saw my dick and he's never going to get to see it now. And he sits back down in the bathtub.
That works for me! And to turn around and walk off. Hey, Claude!
Yeah?
Claude! It didn't work!
No, wait. Because I'm the changeling, would I have like a changeling voice? Does that change your voice?
So the changelings can like change their voice just innately. I'm not sure about
disguise
myself.
self doesn't change your voice, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I can double
Claude!
check, but
Yeah. Yeah?
It didn't work, but I did see a nice penis.
Claude like blinks, and if birds could blush, he would be blush. and
Oh well, you miss every shot you don't take. Am I right?
damage. No, don't do that. That's a violation. I shouldn't do that. That's not right. But well, no.
while this internal struggle is going on, Melky gets out of the bathroom and puts clothes back on.
No.
He puts on like a pair of just leggings, pretty much, because while Thulgrim is investigating his soul, he's just like stretching out on the floor.
No. Okay. No, not Malky. Claude,
Hmm?
you should just talk to him.
No.
Why?
Because he scares me.
Well, if you don't face your fears, they're always gonna be scary.
I know I'm not here, but could you just like drop it? I can't handle two Claude voices. It's so bad.
Maybe we need to do some role play where you be Malky and I be me, and then I like
That is a service that we actually do provide. I'll be more than happy to set you up for a session. Not right now, because I'm on my break, and I just was doing this because it sounded fun. But we can check the books and book you in. Would that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
great.
Okay. I'll get someone to do that, and I'll leave you to it. Also, this is no offense, but your bird body is really strange. I need to take a bit of time getting used to it.
Yeah, well, when people want to bang, the best bird in all of Eorzea, you just let me know.
We actually have it. It's not official, but we have a little book where we put check marks down to the ones that people request the most. Malky's like number 5, so he's pretty up there.
Who's number 1?
I don't think I should say because I might get in trouble, so I won't.
There's an elf named Minervus. Is it him?
No, I don't know who that is.
Well, you should try to be him because that is one I would definitely pay for.
Okay, well, if you can see him and send him here, I'll take a mental note.
Hey, can I just turn into him?
Can you? This guy, you wanna? Yeah, you're a wizard. You got magic fingers. Okay.
I don't have fingers. I have claws, but close enough.
Magic quads.
Goodbye.
Okay.
And they just walk off.
I guess Claude returns to his room and huffs. and sits in his bed and contemplates what just happened.
What have you been up to, Claude? Whoa.
Nothing really, just ordering dinner.
Oh yeah, what did you order?
Chicken.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
What kind of chicken?
The one without feathers.
That's most chicken that you eat. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever eaten feathered chicken.
No, you can, we've been on the road. We probably ate it.
It's okay for you to lie, I guess, but you could just say, "Oh."
What made you think I'm lying? What?
I know because I was here when Malky screamed, "You can go tell Claude that you've seen my dick." So.
Were you?
I was.
Why was Malky shouting random things?
You know what? I don't know.
Maybe he's getting crazy in his old age.
That's probably it.
Are all 3 of the rooms connected? Because Malky is just laying in the middle of the floor of the room that's between Claude's and
all 3 of
Vari's. So he's just it's just looking back and forth as he's thumbing through what is it, the copy of the Sin War he has?
No, there's a lobby, and all 3 of the rooms are connected to the small lobby.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're probably in the lobby also, and we're just talking in front of you.
Yeah. He's just laying on the floor.
Oh, he can see us.
Shirtless, just reading a book. I mean, to be fair, he might have been hidden under below the vision of a couch. So you're just talking, and he's just listening, just flipping through a book.
Being a spy.
Oh, he's a 007. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I saw his elfy forest. I don't know. I don't know what else.
He sits up. He sits up really fast. Goes busted.
Huh?
I don't have a forest.
No, it's just I don't know where you're from. His elven tree, his great tree. Is that what elves like?
Go back to your room, you fucking liar.
He just
he just flops back down out of view.
Today I learned things about my friends that I didn't want to know. Are we going somewhere soon?
No. I have a session booked. I am not missing a session.
What is your session for?
Confidence boosting. And a deep back massage.
Okay. I hope you enjoy your massage.
I will.
Can a bird benefit from a massage? Like, you could.
I have bones.
Don't you
don't
massage
massage
birds before you
bones.
eat them?
You don't massage bones, you massage muscle.
Yeah, anything with a muscle could be massaged.
Okay,
Yeah.
so definitely not Cloud then.
That was very hurtful. I'll have you know I have an 8 strength scar. That means something sometimes.
It's a good burn, though. It's pretty good.
Thank you. This was a pretty good one. I came up with it right off the top of my head.
See, I use words for spells for burns. You just skip the spells, go right from words to burns.
It sounds like you're saying birds, but you're saying birds.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so are we going someplace like maybe go shopping or something?
Oh, yeah. Oh, why don't we go to Countess Francia's house? I could turn into her again and be like, oh, I got this Francia. Oh.
That doesn't sound like shopping.
Well, we could take all of her things and sell them.
No, I'm going to take the girl shopping because I told Nodvara out her address.
Yes.
What about what you owe me?
I don't know, you shit.
How can I add that to the roleplay? You owe me everything.
No, I owe you
To the
absolutely nothing.
roleplay? What kind of service did you order, Claudia?
I don't know. I just said I wanted him to be Malkis and be nice to me. That's what I ordered.
How does that
No,
make
that-
you feel, Malkis?
It's certainly a fantasy of his.
Exactly.
So, as also just a refresher, since it has been a month since you played last, one of the tasks that you were given was to make connections. You will need political allies in Lut Gholein to track down the Dark Wanderer. So, in this sense, there are many different factions all vying for their own degrees of control. Making contacts will be very important. And every action you make will impress someone and piss off someone else. So, that's
What
another
you're
thing to keep
saying
in
is
mind.
if I bang this hooker real well, we got a new out.
You get +5 to Fenris rep, yes.
Hell yeah.
So, if it was never stated before, Thulgrim will definitely be for the Zacharin Exiles. Well, I mean, I guess talking to him, he may learn something new, but he currently his idea would be Zacharin Exiles.
So should we just talk about that really quick? Like, since I mean, I want to go shopping, but also we have to talk to people and help them. Well, make them want to help us, sponsor us, or whatever in the city, right? So, who wants to like? He gave us a whole list, I forget. Drognan's Mage Clan. That's one of them. And then there's the Aquamarine District has an underground trading thing. That sounds interesting, but maybe dangerous. And there's Priests of Rathma. Maybe I'm reading the wrong thing. No, I'm reading the wrong thing. Don't pay attention to that. Okay, yeah, no, there's a Mage Clan. There's the
Mortuary cults.
the Kunai, the Count
The
people.
Kunai.
They're right
Yes,
over
right.
there. They're very close. There's the Guild of Hospitality, and there's the University that Claude Boy knows. And then there's something else, which I've written very many letters over top of. Looks like Shiria.
Was the Guild of Hospitality just where I got? That's where I got the licenses, wasn't it?
Yes, that is where you got the licenses. But they are also a very they have a lot of influence across the city, since they are the ones that hand out the permits in a city that has a lot of permits for a lot of stuff.
Ow.
So like, I don't know. I liked Drognan and his Mage Clan, but that's probably obvious because nobody else.
Thulgrim was interested in going to talk to the Zacharoon. I think the mortuary cult is a good place to start.
So like, are we just going to talk to everybody then? It kind of sounds like we're talking to everybody. You know who I don't want to talk to?
Who's that?
What's her face? What's her face's vampire family?
Really? Francia was nice to us, though.
I mean, kind of.
Is that Lord Ahmed Al Khan?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so. He's
It
the
is,
one.
yes.
He's the one who. He's the one who had the letter. You know.
Had the what?
The letter.
Oh yeah, he had the letter.
But Drognen told us that was just a big fake.
Shh, don't talk. We don't know if they're listening to us. Yes, but also like that kind of means that those two things are at odds, and so like I'm interested in perhaps having the mage clan help us out, so I don't know if the vampire people are a good idea. But yeah, I mean, I'm okay to talk to everybody if everybody wants to talk to everybody.
I mean, we can go and see Drognen, and you can have a talk to him about the wizard things, and maybe Cloud can go to the university and be like, "Hello, university friends, it is me. I'm a bird now."
Caw. We can save Drognan for later because we already talked to him one time, And we can wait. Didn't the kunai also help us while we were in the desert too?
Yeah,
They
the
did.
ones
I
who got
believe
us.
they were assisting us on Drogden's quest also.
And so they seem nice.
Also, Claude,
Yes.
stop telling people we're married.
What?
Stop telling people we're married.
I never said that.
You did.
How do you know? When
According
did you
to
hear that?
who?
It was very inferred from what the shifter, the shapeshifter mentioned. How I don't look at you in the morning anymore.
Well, why don't you?
Because I don't fucking like you, Claude.
Why don't you like me?
Because you constantly do things to aggravate me intentionally. Like, send up a changeling to try to harass me.
Well, the changeling said that they would make you nicer to me, and you seem to have not gotten nicer.
Why don't you do things yourself that will make me want to be nice to you, instead of trying to get other people to trick me into being nice to you?
That was a thought that had not occurred to me.
Yes, I'm full of wisdom.
What?
Maybe you should go to the university.
I went to a different university, actually.
No, I meant this one,
Yeah, I'm not an alumni there. I don't want to have to pay more money to an institution like that.
Okay, so where should we go first then? Do you want to go to see the church schism paladin rebels or whatever, Thorgrim?
It seems like Thulgrim is the only one with any real definite desire to go see someone, so why don't we go to the Zakrum disciples first?
Do you know where all of these places are, Mokis?
Yes.
Which one is the closest?
I believe technically the Zakrum church is closest. We're right on the border between the northernmost district where they reside.
I don't see it on the map.
Well, technically the Guild of Hospitality is closest.
I am a little concerned that even if they are the Zakarum rebels, they will not like us.
Why?
Because of our because we have red skin and the big horns and
Oh. Should we not go?
Thulgrim, what do you think?
Well, would Thulgrim know what they would say about tieflings?
The original church you broke away from would be very sort of meh about it, but the rebels are much more moderate in that regards, and they'd be fine. Like, wouldn't be in danger or anything. They might be a little bit distrustful at first, but that's just old prejudices die hard sort of thing.
Okay. Thulgrim will pass that along, saying like, they've changed since their old ways. I'm sure some people may still hold older beliefs, but as a whole, I don't think that they would kick you out. But we can always, go and test the waters.
That's probably a good idea anyway, because if, we don't go and they're like, oh, we hate tieflings, and then we show up after you've been like, hey, let's be friends. They're like, you lied to us. And then it's a problem anyway, so might as well be like, hello, paladins, here's our full hand of people. Do you hate us?
Okay, then.
He's very wise. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say that, yeah, okay, then we will go and see the paladins of Zakarum.
We're gonna go see Hector's family.
What's Hector? Zakarum paladin? I thought he was a different paladin.
I believe he was associated with some kind of god of money.
I think he was just very stinky.
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
The god of feet.
Oh, no.
God of sellable bathwater.
I need a volunteer. Who wants to be a volunteer? Castus.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh. Actually, no, both of you. Both of you, please roll a D100.
My notes say Hector was a Raziel follower. Whatever that means.
Well, what was Artemis?
An
Who did
old
he-
drunk man.
Who
A
did
sad
he
drunk.
follow? Yeah, but who did he follow?
I bet you don't know either.
You know Cassis, and that's
Jack
why you're
Daniels.
Jack
Casper.
Daniels.
Cassis was right. The bottle. The
I mean,
glass blowing god.
we all said that he was a drunk prior to.
It's not the same though. That's not. You
Isn't
don't follow
it?
the drug. No.
Isn't it?
No.
Okay, what's happening? Girl, what's happening?
I don't know.
An 81 and a 57, looks like.
That is what it's like.
Dead.
Yes.
That's how much health the boss has.
Vrasio can do that by yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
three turns.
81 and
max.
57? Yeah, dead.
Fuck you.
Cool.
Easy.
So you're all gonna gather on up and set on off across the city?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So it's quite a bit of a walk. Like if you were to go straight there, that would be about 3 miles. It's going to take you probably a good hour to walk there, an hour to come back.
Okay. What's the time of day?
It'd be sort of mid-afternoon, I'd say. So night is still a wee ways away. It's the worst of the morning of the day heat has passed. And there's already there's a lot of shade, and some of the larger roads anyway, there's like a magical chill about them that seems to keep the people cold. Or keep them at a good temperature. So as you come along this way, you get to about there. And you see there's a bunch of commotion in the middle of the street. From a while away, you can see that there is smoke rising up. Not particularly much, just looks like a bonfire's been lit outside. As you get closer, you can see that this bonfire is in the middle of the road, and that there are quite a few people gathered around, sort of muttering and murmuring to each other. You can see that there are a number of guards that are trying to just get a better view of what's happening. Someone's sort of pushing their way through and trying to disperse the crowd. And as you get closer, you see that there is a stake that has been impaled into the ground with some sort of effigy attached to it, and the whole thing is burning. If anyone's looking at it, can you give me a quick perception roll?
Yes.
Cool.
Be right back a sec.
All
Sure.
these 20s, and then in the middle of that, me with a 4. I
He
can't
was very
actually.
despondent.
I can't look at the effigy. I'm like, ooh, fire.
Oh.
You can make out a few features on the actual effigy itself, like white and blue robes, quite a detailed face, which has not yet been consumed by the fire. It looks like an effigy of Sultan Jiren, the young boy sultan that rules over Lut Gholein.
Well, that's not good.
I mean, that makes sense though.
Are you guys gonna share that since I rolled a 4?
No.
But we don't know you're not seeing it.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking. We
We
figured
can
you're
all
looking
see
too.
it. We have perceptive eyes.
And you're staring at the fire, so you're looking at it, right?
That's why you're distracted. You're looking at the fire and you're
That's
going,
what I'm saying. I'm like, ooh, it's so
"Ooh."
shiny. Look at it going flicker, 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 flicker.
Look at it go.
I mean, she's not gonna sit there and be like, ooh. She's gonna be like, what is happening? What is the fire from?
Apparently, some of the citizenry is not very pleased with the Sultan.
What do you mean? What makes you say that?
They're burning a likeness of him in protest or anger, I imagine.
Oh.
What if it's celebration?
You don't burn the faces of your people you like.
Well, that isn't that like a magic spell, you know?
It's a bad magic spell if you don't like someone. It's a hex usually.
Not like the flames of passion, or no? That's not.
No,
So like,
no.
wonder why? Okay, so like, in that thought, she's just gonna turn because we're kind of amongst the crowd now, right?
Mhm.
Just turn to the nearest person. Hey, why is this happening?
There's a person there, I'm on a spot. So there's a dwarf, a young, what seems to be like a relatively young dwarf that's sort of standing there, like, I don't actually know. No, I haven't known anyone to be offended about Lord Jaren here. He's too young and naive to have any enemies. It just seems like there's another problem on top of all the attacks that have been happening lately.
What attack?
Oh, like so. Oh, you're the ones that just came in, aren't you? There's no way you wouldn't know about them otherwise. Oh, okay.
I'm
So
also just a bird. I'm not very perceptive.
Okay. Well, I don't know many. I've seen a few bird refugees around
Okay,
here,
but the
I haven't.
attacks.
Wait. Well,
Yeah, okay.
You know, the attacks aside, bird refugees where?
They're around the place. They've come in from the mountains and the deep desert with the lacunae and all that sort of thing.
Well, like where?
Oh, you'll probably hear them singing around. They like song.
Never mind. I don't like these birds. Anyways, continue.
So started happening about a month ago. Suddenly, you'd hear chanting, like distant chanting and screams, and then bam! Before you know it, 24 undead burst out of a building. Now, you might be thinking that this is the mortuary cult's doing, since they've been controlling undead for hundreds, if not even thousands of years, but they've been sending their own effigies to try and contain them. A full-on undead clan wars in the streets sort of thing.
This is Tyrael's doing.
There's a couple of districts have been locked down by the city guard. The Janissaries used to do it, but recently they've been becoming more and more sparse, I suppose. So
I'm back, sorry.
What's a janissary?
Janissaries are the Sultan's personal soldiers, and maybe that's actually why people are doing this. Maybe they feel like they're being left behind as the Janissaries get pulled back to the richer districts.
This effigy makes sense then. Yeah, you gotta help the poor people too.
And I do worry a little bit about what's going to happen. It's mostly been, well, it seems to be at random where they pop up. I wouldn't recommend traveling very far at night, that's for sure. The guards are doing a good job of making sure people are kept safe, but some of them are a little zealous, and some of the locals are starting to turn to vigilantism to keep the undead at bay.
Do you have like any popular vigilantes?
Oh, there's
like Batman, or you know.
It's funny you say that. There actually is someone that's called himself the Batman that seems to be in the Aquamarine districts at night.
Oh, is he rich? I mean, what?
I don't know. I'd like to imagine so. I mean, he's got a fancy little outfit and all that. He jumps around from building top to building top, jumping like a cat across sheer 10-meter cliffs and that sort of thing. Oh, cliffs, buildings, that's the word.
What about Birdman?
I mean, you're a bird, man. That could be you, maybe. You could be the
Maybe
next
it is
vigilante.
me. I am Batman, hero of the people. Birdman, Batman. You guys just thought I was a bat, but I'm a bird. You know, I come out at night too. Birds come out at night.
They don't.
I come
Owls
out at
do.
night.
There's owls.
Yeah.
There's one type of bird amongst the literal many, many
There are a
types
couple
of birds.
different kinds of owls.
Yeah, and Malkis, I am not nocturnal, all right, or else I would be asleep right now.
It's the daytime. It's the middle of the day.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I'm
Yeah,
not
if he was-
that's
nocturnal.
what you're saying.
If he was
Notice.
nocturnal, then he'd be asleep right now. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
He'd sleep now, so he'd be awake during the night.
Yeah, so clearly
Yeah.
you're not Batman.
Yeah.
Boy,
I
I
see
sure
what
am
you're
feeling
saying.
tired. Maybe I should go to sleep in my...
Your eyesight is
Bird
poor in
cage.
daylight hours. I hate to see how you'd fight in the night.
So you're saying the Janissaries don't help the people anymore because they're keeping them for the rich people?
It seems like that no one really knows. There's all sorts of different crackpot theories. There's people saying it's because of the rich. There's people saying it's because there's actually secret lords that rule each one of the districts, and the Janissaries have angered someone somewhere. There's some people saying that there's a portal beneath the palace they have to go and fight that instead. There's all sorts of strange things that have been circulating.
Where's the portal to?
I don't know, and if I'm going to be totally honest, I think that one's a little batshit, if you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I would say that one's pretty... makes sense.
All right, well, it takes all types.
That's the Batman.
Either
no
either
way.
way.
Go ahead.
Oh no. I was going to say, like, I've heard of yous though. If you're the ones that just come into town, then you're the heroes, right? That came from the north and killed the
Yes.
demon queen and all that.
Yeah.
Does that
Yes, that is who we are.
does that mean you're going to stop this as well? You're going to stop the undead resurrections, insurrections happening?
Oh, usually be like a monetary incentive.
I just
Like maybe
No,
this
we don't.
monetary. Maybe
If
this
there's a problem
monetary goal-
with the undead, then we will fight them.
No, listen. We're not gonna say we're not. We're not gonna say we are. She leans in really close. We totally are, but don't tell everybody because we don't want the people who are doing it to get mad at us and come after us,
okay.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just know that there'll be a lot of very happy people if you do that. And if there's happy people, they'll often give you something in return. You know what I'm saying? Cool. While all this commotion is happening, you do hear singing in the distance. Not too far away, maybe like probably like 30, 20 feet away from you. Yeah, you'd probably be able to walk there quite quickly.
Claude, it's
Just-
your people.
Is it bird people?
Are you going to take a look?
Yeah.
Yeah. You head towards the source of the singing and you see there's 3 like colourful parrot-looking people all sort of gathered around. 2 are playing some sort of strange instruments that are making a really weird
You
sort
said colorful?
colourful, like, yeah, very
Those are
vibrant.
male birds.
Philip,
because
what were you
male
gonna
birds
say?
are very colorful.
2 vibrantly coloured male birds playing sort of this strange music. And then 1 very blandly coloured, just brown and grey bird sitting down in the middle who seems to be singing some sort of song that may or may not be the one that's playing in the back of your head right now.
That's a girl bird.
And yeah, they're just
Okay.
hanging out.
Do they see me?
They are focused on their music.
Oh. I set their stage on. I'm just kidding. Now
There's
they
no
see
stage.
me.
There's also no stage. There's like got a rug on the side of the road, and they're just sitting down on the ground.
Does anyone else notice, or is it just me?
Maybe if
It's
you-
up to
We
you.
all can hear it.
Claude kind of nudges, not Bari, and goes like, do you see that?
Yes?
I think those are my cousins.
What makes you say that?
They can talk and have wings,
Yes,
and
but
no
they're
one
like-
cooks them.
They're real bird people and you're a fake bird person.
How am I a fake bird person? I'm quite real. You can touch me.
You said it's a curse, though. You're not a bird person originally, so they're probably not related to you.
But what if they're cursed?
What are the chances of you and your cousins being cursed into birds?
I don't know. What if they're like me? I get into all sorts of shenanigans.
Do you want to go talk to them, Claudia?
I'm kind of nervous. What if they're mean to me?
Then just leave.
Malkeith wraps an arm around Claude's shoulders and walks up to the carpet and drops a couple silver on the carpet and then pushes Claude forward.
Hello.
They like the two that are still playing, like keep playing, but the female bird in the front, like they like twist their heads so one of the eyes looking at you, and the other eye like, hello. Thank you for your hospitality. It's nice to get some people actually giving money for this.
Why, yes, I am very happy to be hospitable. Caw.
You didn't
She,
give
like,
them money.
blinks, and then holds up her birdie finger, and then keeps singing.
Wait, no, wait. I wanna, excuse me.
Don't interrupt her song. Just wait until she's done. He said, ugh.
She keeps singing, she stopped.
Just keep singing.
Yeah, she just keeps singing.
Okay.
She's doing her thing right now. But I'm sure if you wait a little bit, she'll stop.
Is it
okay.
in a language we all understand?
Yes, it's in English. It's all
What's the
common,
song
whatever you
about?
want to call. Seems to be a song about taking wing and like flying away from this world, taking off to the stars.
I want to do that.
I'm like a bird, only fly away. I don't know where my soul is.
If you actually want the lyrics, hang on, I have them here.
Okay.
Oh wait, this was planned?
Yes.
Hmm.
There you go.
Babe, all I need for you to know is.
Okay, well, I guess Claude's just gonna let him sing, Claude's kind of a nerd,
Yeah.
so, music grows. He's also a crow, and I don't think crows really sing.
Yeah, crow to parrot. Anyway, singing ends like, I haven't actually seen too many. She leans over. Are you a Kenku? Are you what? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Why do you sing in my ears?
Because
Ow.
I forgot how close to my mic I was.
I am a raven, which is said to descend from the heavens. And no, I was cursed to be this bird. But it is interesting to see other birds. Are you cursed?
I mean, I guess you have to define what a curse is. Our town did get leveled by a sandstorm. If that's a curse, then that's a curse.
It's not a curse, but
Yeah. We had a little forest around an oasis in the desert, and then it got leveled, and we came here, and now we're trying to raise some money to rebuild.
I see. So there was a lot of you?
She looks back to the others. How many do you think there were? About 200? And one of the male birds nods their head and then puffs up a massive tail behind them.
He kind of goes like, oh, 200?
Yeah, about that. Don't mind him, he just gets a little jealous sometimes.
Jealous over what?
She looks side to side and goes, you know.
No, I don't.
Anyway.
Don't worry, Claudia likes boys.
See, put that. Just as the other one, sort of lowers his tail feathers. Well, Is there anything else I can do for you? We gotta keep playing so we can keep on raising some money.
Well, um, I was just, hmm. No, I just was here. I don't want to interrupt you.
No, it's okay.
My now people. I wasn't always a bird. I was a pure man, and then now
Mm.
I am a bird.
Oh, like the old stories. That's pretty cool.
The what now?
The old stories.
Well, as I am not acquainted with the old stories, these would be new stories to me. So what? What?
Hmm. Okay. The old stories say that the man gods. I'm not quite
Mhm.
sure what the translated word would be. They call themselves the Vajeri now. I think is what they are. But they used to turn people into animals for their amusement, and then that didn't go very well for them, and now we've become our own people.
I see.
But that was a very long time ago, and those people don't exist anymore. A
Well,
lot
they
of our,
might.
hmm, I don't know.
I mean,
Not
I
as
am
an
a bird.
you are a bird. That is right. But the mage clan itself, it's changed, and I wish that more of our people would recognize that, rather than continuing on this cycle of hatred and death and all those other nasty things.
I mean, I agree. Death and hatred is not nice, but
But
uh,
Sometimes you gotta kill a motherfucker.
some you know, sometimes you gotta this
hmm,
might be a bad phrase because we're birds, but you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
hmm,
Not
but how
not
many?
that you should crack eggs,
But
but
how many eggs need to be cracked though? All of them?
oh no, not all of them,
So how many is enough?
just the bad ones.
Exactly. And I think the bad ones have been cracked. But some of our brethren disagree.
I see. And where would these brethren who disagree live?
Hmm. And she like gestures sort of like southwards, like the kunai. They don't like the Vajeri
The
very
Kunai are
much.
the cat people, right?
Yep.
Oh, well, that's good to know. Thank you very much for your help. Have
That's
a nice
okay.
day. Continue your singing. Yup.
I will.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Sorry about your village.
That's okay. You didn't poop the sand there. But I appreciate the empathy.
Okay, bye.
Nucky will walk up and drop two gold on top of the silver he already put down.
I just don't get
Bow, just walk away.
how a whole village can
Well, they
get
seem
swallowed up
very,
by sand when they're
very excited
birds.
about that.
Could they not fly away?
What?
Well, she said her village got swarmed by sand, but she's a bird, and I assume everyone there was a bird. Well, why
That's-
can't they just fly?
Because in high winds, not even birds can fight the wind. You get pulled up into the sand, you get pulled up into the wind, and then you just get dashed because you can't see because the sand is in your face, and then you just get spit out somewhere else. And even birds can die from falling.
And she did say a lot of her people got out, but the village can't fly, so it was destroyed by the sand.
Oh, wow. You would think bird people would make a flying village.
With
That-
what?
I don't know. But anyways, now I have a lead on to why I am the way I am, and I think it's a Bajiri, so I think we have to kill the Bajiri. And the Laguna might help.
Wait, isn't the Fijiri the mage clan?
Yep.
Sorry
But the Lukunai were hanging out with the mage clan.
to kill them.
No, they were helping each other.
That's not what she said. She says
I
that
know,
they don't.
it's inconsistent.
Mm.
You think she lied to me?
No, I think that probably just like this bird people and the other bird people, they're two different camps of Lukunai people too.
Well, I want to meet the ones that want to get rid of the Bajiri because she said that that's what they used to do is turn people into animals.
Yeah, I think Drognon said that too, so we could just talk to Drognon and he would probably tell us.
This Drognan was a Vajira. He's part of the Mage clan, and his people have been seeking penance for the things their ancestors did.
Exactly. Yes.
So that's the reason the bird lady, was like, no, we should trust them because they've stopped doing that thing. So while the Vajiri may have done it in the past,
After they stopped, I am a bird.
You
So
don't
they
even
may
know
know.
who did it to you, though. It could have been something complete. It could have been Diablo.
Oh,
Could have been Mephisto for all we know.
If
I
it
am-
was a Vajira,
Could have been
then
Hector.
Drognan would
could
probably
have been
tell
Hector.
us. It could have been Hector. He is.
It was Hector. He
No,
is
I
the
mean,
new
I mean, there are people all over the place who were part of a clan, and then they're like, wait a minute, this clan sucks, and they leave. So maybe, there's a Farjirai guy who was like, you know what? I think we were cooler when we were turning people into animals. And then Drognan could tell us about him.
well, where is he? How do I summon him? Do I have to
You
stomp with my heels?
No, you can't summon him. He's going to.
Oh, cast
Oh
is
no,
cut
you
out.
cut out, Cassis. You cut out.
Hello? And
Uh-huh.
now.
He's going
Tell
to
me
what?
now. He's going to what?
He will be in the city soon. Not today, possibly tomorrow. He still had things he needed to take care of. We fucked up actually by going to his sanctuary and set his plans back. So we will be able to meet with him later. Not now. But
If you look at the map, you do see that Drogon's Dome of Delights is marked on the map as well,
Uh-huh.
which is a magic shop.
welcome to the magic shop.
Is the wish spell there?
You could inquire.
Listen, if we need to sell stuff before you try to buy a wish spell.
I just want a wish spell.
What would you even do with a wish spell?
Wish
Yeah, what are
biscuit
you
can
gonna-
talk.
Wish spell doesn't do that.
You can literally learn a spell called Talk with Animals, Billy. It's not a wish spell.
No, I
It's
want
like a first
Biscuit.
level spell. You
I
could
want
buy this spell for like 20 gold.
No, I want Biscuit to be the horse gun. I could be Princess Claudemoke.
I hate when you ingest new media because all you think about.
You're
You
hurting
like
Philip.
it.
I like
He
Princess
laughed. I said,
Claudemoke.
look at his face. He's laughing. You get out of here. He's enjoying it.
What was your expression 2 seconds prior to Philip? It was something like this. Anyhow, I have an OOC question. Here in my
Sure.
notes, I have the word Muscasi, and I see it on the map. I did not write down what it is, and I feel like I was told.
Miscasi is a grand theatre, which is performing, I think, 2 plays right now.
They're the ones that are looking for potential actors, and if we sign up, we get into the big city, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they are someone who can sponsor you. They are currently playing Facade, which is a comedy following a family of changelings and their body swapping shenanigans, and The West March, a drama which is a grossly exaggerated version of the events in Canduris and how King Leoric fell victim to his own hubris.
I like the West March. Let's
You
do
know
that.
who'd be a very good actor?
I would be a great King Leoric.
No, I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about Malky, okay? He'd be a good actor.
I don't agree. I think Malky would be a great academic, and I would be the great actor because I am a bird, and people would come to see that play.
That has nothing to do with your acting ability, though. That's just that you are a spectacle.
Yeah.
We could put you in a cage and people would come see that.
Why would you put Malky? That is not very nice. Unless you want me to go and look.
Actually, they wouldn't, though,
You're
because we
welcome.
just met other bird people, so, like, at the most, they'd be like, oh, he's a black bird person. I guess that's a little bit unusual.
Now that's racist.
Oops.
Just because I don't have colored plumage, because I am a raven.
Aren't you a crow?
Same thing.
No, it's
No.
not different.
Well, tomato, cromato.
Now, speaking of
Help me,
chromatos,
Jesus.
Mhm.
do you just keep on heading on then? You want to hang
Yes.
around the city square?
Yes,
a bit
you
more?
want to
Okay.
keep walking.
Cool, cool. Off towards the Zakarum Enclave.
As we leave the area, I'm going to use subtle spell and put the fire out on the effigy.
Sure. Okay. Let me write that down.
I can't believe you did that.
Right?
Because you should just let it burn.
It's subtle spell. They'll never know I did it, theoretically, unless there's a magic person there.
You piss someone off.
That's okay. Listen, it makes the area not smell good, okay? Actually, she probably thinks it smells fine. I don't know.
And you put a mustache on the effigy's face.
Yeah. I do both. I both decide that it needs a mustache to further the cause of making fun of the Sultan, and then also I'll put the fire out to further the cause of how could you make fun of the Sultan? So really, and I didn't do anything. I did two things that came to nothing.
Cancel each other out.
Yeah, neutral results.
Unless you know, you wanted it to be a statue now, and you're like, it doesn't need to burn. Look at the silly mustache. Double disrespect.
Okay. How far
Cool.
away are we?
Cool. Give me a couple of moments.
As we start to get closer to I would imagine probably looks somewhat like a temple since they're a whole sort of semi-holy order. I'd sort of start going over some of their rules and regulations that I've known from my own group. You know, how to be. What?
What? You finish, then I'll talk. Sorry.
Oh, no, sort of, the different, how to greet people and the different procedures that they sort of go through and, ways to show respect and sort of be formal and stuff like that, just to help, help us appear in the best light possible for, whatever it is we ask or do or the conversations we have, just to try and help us out as much as possible.
Okay,
Cool.
what god do you follow, Dolgrim?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I ever wrote that down.
He don't need to know God, man.
So you
His
say,
own man.
oh, the one.
The one.
The one and only.
He worships Jet Li as the one.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you don't know, then pretend I didn't ask or pretend you had a good answer.
All right. So it takes about just a bit over an hour of walking. Eventually arrive at it looks like just a large apartment block with a sort of, I wouldn't say ornate, like a pretty basic looking set of stairs that goes up into a pair of large double doors behind some stained everlaster walls. The Granite District, which is where you are now, is one of the oldest districts and is where a lot of, shall we say, the less financially able reside. The Zakarum, offshoots that have called this place their home were gifted an old apartment block for them to do with as they wish, and as a sort of gift from the Sultan and also part of their refugee status, hiding from the church across the sea. There are no guards outside. There's just people milling around. There's you can see some people wearing Zakarum robes with like that same sort of three-pronged trident on their chest. And they've got long hoods that come down to about their nose, but they don't pay you any mind. They're busy off in their own world. You coming in is no different than just a beggar coming in looking for a hot meal or someone looking for a place to stay. Or to hear all about the great things like Akarat and the light and how cool that is. Do you like the power of heaven? Because boy do they not do that. They're all about humanity.
I'm going to make sure that I, fix my clothes enough to show that if I have a holy symbol or any symbols that show that I would be part of this, make sure those are more prominent.
Cool. You
Okay.
show off a Zakarum holy symbol. I'm guessing you
Mhm.
you lead the way in.
Yeah, I guess so. That'd probably be the wisest thing to do for here.
Cool.
Oh.
Cool. And so we can see the small image.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So open the door, and it seems like you've just walked into a different world almost. The exterior of the building is very definitely built and designed with local materials, but inside it is a church like you'd expect to see in Candoris or Westmarch or anywhere else where Zakarum has been set up. The fit out's quite no expenses clearly been paid here. It's not opulent, but it's authentic. You can see a few people sitting on the pews, their heads bowed in prayer. You can see a couple of heavily armored paladins with no weapons, just armor and sort of ceremonial gear, standing at attention next to an altar. You can see other priests quietly sort of floating around, moving assorted books and food and all sorts of things, bringing gifts to some of the people that are sitting in the pews. As you approach, you see one of the paladins, a woman with bright orange hair. She sort of like stands up, she like straightens a little bit and sort of looks at you with a curious gaze, like, "Is that you, Thulgrim?" And Thulgrim, you'd recognize this as Farah, a blacksmith from Kurust, who was with you when you died.
Oh. I sort of like eyes go wide as that recognition pops in. Farah, what are you doing here?
I suspect that my answer to that question is much less interesting than your answer to that question. So let's not have too much excitement for the day. I am here because the people of Lut Gholein are much more accepting to the actual ways of the light than to whatever nonsense is coming out of Travancore right now. So we are staying here and ensuring that the forgotten of this city are actually being looked after. That's
I am glad to hear that.
not very
warms my
exciting, I
heart.
know.
No, it is always good to see people who are still following the tenets and helping those less fortunate.
Yes, well, there can only be so many zealots and inquisitions and all sorts of other hostile actions before something breaks. What are you all here for? I'm assuming you're here for a purpose, not
Well,
just seeing the sights.
we have just come from the west, through the mountains, and we're here on several issues. One of which is we kind of need to get to the inner city, and as you know, to do that we have to be sponsored. So
Ah,
yes. So but before you, I didn't want to, just because, I'm a member, I didn't want this to be one-sided. I wanted to introduce you to, the people that were with me, and see if this is something that we as a group can help you with something, you know, give and take.
well, would it be so bold? Would I be so rude as to ask your friends to introduce themselves first?
Of course, of course. And he sort of like turns to the side and gestures to have them step forward.
Hello, I'm
Uh,
Latvari.
yes, hello, I'm Veraciel, and I'm her sister.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They're twins.
I couldn't tell. Seems like there's certainly a little bit of sort of apprehension in her voice, but Farah's making an effort not to appear too cold or distant to the two tieflings.
This fine bird fellow.
Fellow, how dare you?
Introduce
Hello,
yourself.
I am Claude. Hello.
Claude. Dubois, by chance?
No.
No?
Don't lie, Claude Dubois.
Yes. Yes. Do I owe you money?
No? No, you don't owe me money. A good friend of mine. He comes here relatively frequently. He talks about you. There's not many, was it
Who?
Lysander, the head alchemist from the university.
Hmm. I see. That is someone from my past.
Yes, well, worry not. He has very pleasant things to say about you. One of his favorite students, I might understand, though he does tend to say the same stories over and over again. So if you have the chance, it might be good to speak with him sooner rather than later and catch up. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
I'm sure he would be quite shocked to see me.
Hmm, maybe. Lysander does not take me as one to judge based on appearances. If anything, he might just find it humorous. Assuming you do.
Just one big joke. Oh, I don't know how to reply.
You have done
and
the most amazing thing, Farah. You have talked Claude Dubois into silence.
I do not know how to take that, so...
I am amazing too.
and lastly, a local whom you may already know.
She,
I'm
looks
not a
blankly.
local. I'm not a local. I just very much love the city.
Mm.
My name is
apologies.
Malchus,
Malkis, pleasure to meet you.
and likewise.
Have you ever been to the masquerade?
No. Such debauchery is not something we often partake in here.
Right, that makes sense.
Though
No
I
one
am...
debauchers the Maltese people.
Say
think-
again, sorry?
I said nothing. I said nothing.
You said nothing.
I said nothing.
Very well.
So yes, we are here, and the sort of as a guest of the city for a few days, and they have graciously given us some funds, and so we have a room at the masquerade. So, and it's just the room. There's not. I know that there is a history or an idea about that place. That is not why we are there.
Well, as you've already stated, you are visiting here for a purpose. And it is a purpose that we might be able to assist with, but you must understand it is not something that I can simply click my fingers and give you. Especially as
Of
I am
course.
not one of the hierophants that is currently leading this coven.
Of course, of course, of course.
An audience with either one of said hierophants would be possible, but they will likely need good reason to see you. Better reason than just, can you sponsor us?
Okay.
Do you have anything that you might be able to provide the church?
Oh, we already provided this service to everyone here. We cleared out the monastery of demons. It's open again.
She looks around at everyone else to see if they add to that or react or respond.
Yes, that is true. That is how we came to be able to cross the mountain.
It's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And though I certainly think that is a valid enough reason, they would not. They would look for something much more local, something that would stand to benefit them in a more immediate way,
How
other than
about
something.
we also cleared out a corrupted Zakharum church in town name I can't remember.
And Stony Down.
Stony Down. There was a corrupted Zakharum church that had taken over the town, and there was an evil priest man, and also a monster made out of pews. Anyway, we cleared all that out of the church, so it can be inhabited by people who, aren't crazy and corrupted, and but part of your faction.
She takes a deep breath and then exhales through her nose. Come with me. I'd like to speak more plainly and somewhere a little less public, if you do not mind.
Sure.
Cool. It takes you away to a back room. It's got a few chairs, a few like couches around the side. There's some shelves with just books and everything on it, and an armor stand. She goes in there and like pulls off a couple of buckles and removes her breastplate, sets it up on the stand, and then turns to face you all as she leans down on a desk that is just in front of a large, magically illuminated stained glass window that is most likely not actually facing a wall anywhere. Okay. You must understand that we are incredibly few in number compared to the rest of Zakarum.
Mm-hmm.
Removing the influence from one church, while as a great deed, you would be better luck draining the sea with a cup.
Okay, but also, it's a sort of proof that there's a good reason that you've broken off, and maybe you could use the proof to help and obtain other members who are not convinced yet that they need to leave the current main Zakarum church.
Everyone who is here already shares that belief. What has happened across the sea, if you haven't heard, has been a massacre of anyone who does not agree with Zakarum's current tenants. Those who survived are here or lost to the wind, either one.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
It is. And while I have suspicions about the corruption of the church, now is not the time to focus on them. There are much more immediate problems in Lut Gholein that need to be solved. Have you heard of the spate of undead attacks by chance?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and are possibly leaving, the city is possibly leaving the poor to fend for themselves.
That appears to be what's happening. Now, I cannot pretend to understand Lord Jaren's intentions. He is young and has proven to be quite the bleeding heart. I do not think that he is the one who would have made the decision. More likely, there are others within his court who have overruled his judgment. But once again, that is conspiracy, idle thoughts of a anxious mind.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Here's how I see it, and how many in the church see it. There is one entity in this city that controls undead, and has done so for hundreds of years. The mourners, the mortuary cult. Now, suddenly, we have a new prince, or a new sultan, who has come along and wants to overhaul everything, implement massive change, remove the laws and the restrictions, and be more open and sharing of the wealth. Do you think this is going to sit well with those who sit in established power? The
Probably
mortuary
not.
cult is ancient, and it holds dominion over this land far more than the Sultan ever could dream of. It has outposts in the deep desert. It knows ancient networks of transportation gateways, while also simultaneously passing laws to prohibit anybody from teleporting. Their constructs are exempt from this because they're not alive. Therefore, they can be teleported just fine. The longer I've been here, the more I have seen the rot in this city, because it's the exact same rot that has taken over Zakarum. And none of us are willing to let that happen again.
Okay.
So, how I see it, the mortuary cult is behind this. If they're not, then proof to show that would be great. But it is either intentionally being done, or unintentionally, they've just lost control of their little zombies, and now they've gotten a crisis on their hands.
That does sound quite reasonable. I mean, that is what makes sense to me. I think you guys are on the right track with this, and we could definitely, if that is something you think the higher ups would be interested in, we could definitely try and investigate the mortuary cult and see what they're doing.
I think
I
that
have
would be
a
most
question.
desirable. Of course, ask away.
Ahmed Al-Hakan. Do you not
Ah.
think that he might have something to do with it?
Ahmed, the eccentric billionaire, yes. I'm not certain. It would be an obvious comparison to say that one of the undead who has weaseled their way into a position of power would be behind it all, but Ahmed is making very public and very earnest attempts to stop this in his own districts. I do not think that he'll be the type to throw out a false flag like this when it costs him so much money to keep them down. You know that he's the one paying for almost all of the mercenary guards in the city? Out of his own pocket, if you'd believe it. I don't, but that's what's being said. Needless to say, he is making a conscious effort to keep things under control. The mortuary cult protects its little enclaves, and the Janissaries have been pulled back to the palace.
If I may ask a question also.
Sure.
As we've heard and as you've stated, the Janissaries have been pulled back into the castle. What do you believe the legitimacy of there being a portal under the Sultan's keep, Sultan's throne?
She
Palace?
frowns at that. It's like, I do not know the history of this area, I will confess. If there is a portal under there, it'll either be one of historical import, since this was a Vigerai stronghold many years ago. But beyond that, possible, but I wouldn't have any idea. I would think that such a portal would be dismantled, though, by the mourners.
The only reason I ask is because when we cleansed the cathedral of
Endario?
Thank you. And Doriel, there was also a portal there. It was short-lived, but I'm wondering if possibly it is not part of an existing portal, but simply one manifested by the hells, by the hellish minions that infest the lands.
I do not have a good answer for you, I am sorry. I can speculate, but it would be nothing more than speculation. If you would hear my speculation and be aware that it is the ramblings of a deranged woman who is quite fed up with how everything is in the city, then by all means, but I suspect it will not be useful.
I very well could be. All information is useful somehow.
This city is full of hypocrisy. You have people who say one thing and then their laws dictate another, and then some follow it and some don't. And if you don't know every single little tiny possible outcome, someone will ping you for something. There are so many conflicting agendas here. There are so many conflicting minds and people. It is a swamp, an absolute swamp. I would not be entirely surprised if there's a portal somewhere in the city that is used by the Sultan to escape, and maybe something got in from the other side. Considering what happened in Canduris with Diablo and the sacking of Tristram, and with Andariel in the monastery, it's not too far-fetched to suggest there might be another demon lord somewhere that is trying to worm its way in. There are puzzle pieces that line up.
Bless you.
But at the same time, I don't think it's impossible to suggest that there isn't a soft coup underway and the Janissaries have been recalled to protect or try to dispose of Lord Geron. Given how many factions there are and factions within the factions, a Janissary civil war is not off the table.
That makes
Wow.
the most sense to me of everything. What do you know about the Fajiri?
The Vigerai, the old wizards who nearly doomed the world. I know a bit. Do you want history or do you want something more modern?
I guess what they are doing right now.
Right now, mostly they are sitting in their city of Chaldeum across the sea and not bothering anyone. Though there are the occasional agents that sit in some cities, such as this one, who attempt to ease the pain of the past.
Okay, so they're not really doing much in the way of anything as far as defections in the city right now, you think?
As far as I'm aware, no. They might be attempting to nudge things in a particular direction, but I doubt there's much more they can do other than nudge at this point. They are a lot less influential than they think they are.
Okay.
Is there any other information you can think of? That we should know as we are sort of moving about through the city. If it hadn't been for us walking here, passing by, we would not have heard about the undead problem that the city seems to have, and that seems like it would be a huge issue that should be talked about by more people. But is there anything else you can think of?
I would recommend if you do go to Lord Khalif's casino in the south of the city, don't spend more than you can afford to spend. There are some very troubling tales that come from that place of people who quite literally sell their bodies and souls to the genie or the jinn that lives there. Don't do that. The city has very
Okay.
questionable morals, and there are many tales of sailors who have lost everything for the promise of a few coins. And it's legal somehow, so don't. Just avoid it. Avoid vice. There you go. That's my wisdom for the day.
Okay, I think we can definitely keep that in mind.
Oh, and another thing. Every different block, every district has its own differing set of opinions towards who is good and who is bad. Be very mindful of whatever you do because someone somewhere will be watching and
Hmm.
someone somewhere will want to get something out of you. That's something I've learned in this town.
Yes, I can understand that. Just in our travels today through the market, uh, we almost got in trouble multiple times. We made our way to the masquerade, and we're almost, scammed in the as we walked in the front door. So yes, this place is rife with sin,
Yes.
but we'll keep our eyes open and keep our minds clear on what can and can't happen here.
Okay. Well, other than that, if you can find evidence of the mortuary cult's involvement in the spate of undead attacks, or evidence of who actually is involved, and then present it to myself or one of the Hierophants, I am certain that we will have the authority to actually grant you permits to enter the inner city.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you. We will see what we can do.
Of course. Is there anything else I can assist any of you with?
I did have one other personal question.
Of course.
Have you heard of a being possibly by the name of Ethereal?
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
How dare you mention that bastard's name?
Persuasion. Ooh, not good.
Oh.
5.
She shakes her head slightly, like, Ethereal is not familiar to me. Sounds like an angel's name.
That is what I have gleamed as well.
Hmm. Why are you asking about this one?
Uh, I've been told that they can help me, I guess would be the best way to describe it, with that rather influential event from our pasts.
Ah, well. Best of luck reaching out to an angel. My understanding is that they're forbidden from entering the mortal world.
Yes. Yes, I was afraid of that, but I didn't know if there was any sort of conduit.
Might I recommend checking the university? There'll definitely be experts in demonology there, and if any of the Herodric books remain, then that might be a good source to find them.
Is that Talrish's library?
Yes, yes. Oh, not Radamant, Horizon's library, Horizon's university, but Tal Rasha has got a number of writings that are stored there. There are a number of Tal Rasha's writings stored there.
Okay, okay. Then that'll be my my next stop.
Very good.
Not
Complete
very.
long shot.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
A complete long shot from me. If you've come from the west, and you've come from the monastery, and presumably from Tristram, does Deckard Cain still live?
He does. He does. He has been very helpful in everything we've done so far.
A relief. We're old friends. Well, it's been quite some time since I've seen him. I was much, much smaller back then.
He will be journeying this way, I think. He said that he is going to come with Dornand or someone.
Ah, okay, well, then whenever he arrives, I hope that I get the chance to visit and catch up. That is all from me, though, and I do not mean to keep you any longer. If you require anything from the church, feel free to ask. If we have the means to provide support, then we will.
Of
Just
course,
the
of
degree as
course.
to what that support will be might increase if you can do this for us.
Understood. Thank you so much for your time, and
Okay,
thank you for the work you do.
So
Yes.
very quietly, secretly to Thulgrim, Navarre is gonna be like, "What do you want to ask her about? Like your soul thing? How it's all cracky?"
I mean, that's kind of what the question about ethereal is.
Okay.
Cool.
Why are you so cracky?
Okay,
So-
Oh, yep.
Oh, no, you go.
No, it's okay.
No, you go. You were saying.
Yeah. I mean, I was just gonna. Yeah, Verasil's gonna be like to Navari, did we need to take a you know who to the sea now?
I mean, I guess we could do that, but I don't want him to go away yet. But also, I don't know. Maybe we do some more talking about the city, and then tonight we can hang out with Mikhail, and then we take him tomorrow or something.
Yeah, that's true. I would miss Mikhail. He's a pretty good friend.
Yeah.
I would miss Mikhail as well.
Is that okay, Mikhail? We
Yes,
hang out
it's-
tonight and we take you tomorrow.
That's okay. Just do not wait too long. It is an agreement after all.
No, we won't wait forever. It will be tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow.
I understand. You'll miss me very much. It's okay.
Okay. I mean, if we happen to go by there today, then we could.
No.
guess.
Tomorrow is perfect.
Okay. Pouty. My very cool
Maybe-
water whip. No.
Maybe we could go and have a little adventure in the city. We could see what this casino is all about. Everyone seems to have many opinions about it.
That's a good idea. Oh my god, Malkis, you could go back there too. You'd be, that'd be like, oh, Malkis, you're at the high roller. We're going to give you the good table.
Well, you have to leave early. Like I said, I didn't exactly win big. In fact, I almost didn't break even. I just barely broke above even.
You said that you had so much money that it was weighing you down and that you had to spend lots of money to get everybody drinks.
You're all very selective with the stories I tell. You like to exaggerate. This is why I'm.
That's true. That's what you said.
It's
That
not
is
what I
what
said.
you
So much money and you didn't tell me?
Yes, you said I have so much money. It was weighing me down, and I spread the wealth.
Once again, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said
That
I had
is exactly
extra,
what you said.
That is not what I said. I said I
That
had
is
extra.
what
I
you
had
said.
extra money that I couldn't take with me. So
I think that
decided-
Malkis is gaslighting us now.
And now you all know how
Listen,
I feel.
girlball.
Because
That's not what I'm
he does
doing.
this to me on a daily basis.
No, it doesn't. Hey, Mikhail,
Aye.
can you get drunk?
I have not tried. Do you want to find out?
Do you want to find out?
It could be fun.
Okay.
Could be a fun memory to make.
Okay.
Oh my god, let's get them like a bowl, like a big bowl that they can hang out in, and then we can like put some like alcohol in there and see if he likes it.
Can I request that we not be talking about all of this inside?
Yeah, no, we won't do that inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like standing around at the church in front of like, the priest, be like, oh man, we're gonna go to the casino, we're gonna gamble so much and get so fucking drunk.
Girl wasted, yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go back to our apartment in the brothel and just party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no, would never do that.
All right. So before I wrap us up, since it is nearly 8, can I get anyone who wishes to get either a volunteer or people to roll a perception roll?
I want to percept. Actually, I'm not very good at that, am I?
Or,
No.
I'm very good at it. Ah,
Can we all percept? Oh, somebody
Yeah,
would
you
be
can
good.
You can all perceive if you want.
my passive is so good.
I did good this time.
Are you going to roll as well, Vash, or are you skipping out?
No perception. I'm a bird in a church. This is very strange. Usually I perch on them. Now I'm in them.
perch on the church.
Okay. So as you you've already left the church, right? You're saying
Yeah.
Yeah, we're heading outside.
Cool. Brasil, you notice that sitting on one of the awnings just above where you're coming out of, there is you just see it at the corner of your eye. They're about 2 stories up. You
Right.
see a small girl with black hair, falls down just about to her ears, maybe a little bit below that, and some simple looking, some pretty fancy looking purple robes with like gold inlaid and white and all other sorts of fanciful colouring. She's just sitting there, swinging her legs, watching as you walk off.
Okay. Is she the teleporting girl? And did I meet her last time?
You may not have met her, but I think Thulgrim would have told you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mentioned that there was a teleporting girl, but as I mentioned it, she had already teleported, so there was nothing to see. But yes, I did say like, oh, there's a child up there, and they
Okay.
teleported away.
Well, just as they're walking, and Verasi's going to be like, Thulgrim, what did you say that the child looked like, the girl?
Yeah, it's just from earlier. It's just a young girl dressed kind of nicely, hanging out, staring at me, and when we were in the market.
Did she have
Staring at us, I should say.
Did she have black hair and the purple robe?
I believe so.
Okay, well, I think then she is watching. She is following us or something, because I think I just maybe saw her. I don't know.
I'll start looking at the the roof lines type level to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see that she's just sitting there still watching you. And as you make eye contact, she sort of like holds a single finger up to her lips. Just goes, shh.
Can I cast Dimension Door and go up to her?
I'm just gonna
Want to?
like wave a little bit.
I kind of want to. I want to kidnap this child. They look
All
right.
right. Claude does know that teleportation is highly illegal.
Don't do it.
Is there any feds around?
Don't do it. Just
There's
fly.
a lot of people
You're
around.
a bird.
Yeah, but then she'll see me coming.
Hey, you guys. If she's doing that thing that you're not supposed to do, and she's in those fancy robe, do you think she's part of the mortuary cult?
What if she's a princess?
Because, like, apparently they're allowed to have undead that do it. Maybe she's an undead little girl, which is spooky.
It's possible. Somebody explain how
Zombie
she
princess.
is not getting in trouble for the teleporting in and around. But then again, I don't know how they track people doing it. Is it a magic tracking, or does you just have to be seen?
Fulgrim, can you tell when somebody is dead?
No.
Would you
Is
tell
the
then?
is the girl still up there?
Yes, but they're in the process of rolling backwards on the awning.
Malky pulls one of the gems out of his pocket that he still has.
Hmm.
So, excuse me. Can we speak? Can we say how? Can we talk to you for a minute? He's like rolling it between his fingers.
She like sits there for a little bit, and then rolls backwards out of sight, and you just see like a puff of purple sparkles appear up from where she was as she disappears. And then about 3 seconds later, you see her walk out from behind a crate, just in front of you. It's like, that really wasn't so hard now, was it? You just had to ask.
Everyone likes to do roundabout things in a very roundabout way.
Oh, where's the fun in being straight and narrow? You got to be a little different.
I agree.
I find it's easier just to go where you need to go instead of taking side roads. Don't get me wrong, side roads are lovely when you've got nothing important to do, but
Yes, but no one remembers the easy way. The hard way is much more burnt into your brain.
Are you my daughter? Because I like this.
I don't know, am I? You'd look much more interesting than my dad, that's for sure.
Who's your dad?
You wouldn't know him.
I might.
Okay, no, this raises a good question. Is your dad perhaps is perhaps isn't is he whatever his name is, Al Hakam?
also not to argue with a child, but I took the straight approach, and you did what I wanted, where everyone else just tried to fuck around and nothing happened. So you contradict yourself.
Isn't that what they do in this city? I'm just blending
Yes.
in.
How come you're allowed to teleport?
Things are only illegal if you get caught.
I like this one.
How do you?
Yes,
how
but
do
you're
people
bad at
know?
not being caught, Claude.
How do people
yeah?
notice if you teleport? Or do they just watch with their eyes? Do you have to be really stupid and get caught by being obvious, or what do you mean?
You have to be very stupid to get caught. At least that's what I think. Though I'm also pretty sure they can't actually put me in prison for anything because of Dad. So that also helps.
Because of Dad? Is that what you said?
Yes,
So is Varasiel asked you a question? Did you hear it?
I did. She asked if... She looks over to Varsil. The large tiefling woman asked me if Al-Hakan was my dad. She's not. Though Al-Hakan is pretty interesting. You might want to have a conversation with him at some point.
Is your dad a mortuary cult guy?
No.
Is your dad Diablo?
I don't think so.
Why are you following us around?
Because you're interesting. You have an interesting aura.
You've
done interesting
people in
things.
town.
You're new people in town, and I've been stuck here for months. Do you know how boring it is being stuck in a strange city like this where you're not even allowed to do half the things that you know you can do?
Oh.
Where are you from
Are you
normally?
the child? Is your father wealthy?
He likes to think he is. We're from Jansai, to the north.
So you're not local then?
Oh my fucking god, Anton! You fucking asshole!
Can we kidnap this kid? And
Kidnap the kid who could just teleport away from us? Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah,
there's a thing
why don't
called,
you just
like-
grab her?
Yeah, okay, I have a question. What is your name, small child?
See, names have power, and I'm not particularly interested in giving up my power just yet. So, how about this? If you want to go on a little bit of an adventure, and maybe spice things up a little bit, how about you come to the Wonders of Jansai? It's not too far away from where your tavern is, I believe. It also happens to be the Jansai mission in Lut Gholein. How about you go there, and I'll find you. How's that sound?
I have a side proposition. How about, as a sign of trust, you like chaos and random chance, it looks like. Malky produces one of the patches.
I like enforcing control over chaos. Also, this girl is like 7 years old, by the way.
Yeah, who talks like an adult. So
Yes.
This is
Exactly.
my child.
yeah, Malky produces one of the patches. Yes, but you seem to revel in the chaos. And as you said, the straight and narrow is so boring. So, how about not a full name, but something to refer to you as? One of these. A little bit of controlled chaos.
You're saying I'm going to be one of these patches?
No, these patches are magical. You throw it down and any number of weird but benign things can happen.
Hmm.
Sure, he gave birth to my horse with one of those patches.
Well, that's disgusting.
Well, it was, it's a good horse.
There's less afterbirth than he makes it sound like.
I don't quite see how this has anything to do with trust or a name or identification.
God, okay, if we guess her name, can you say yes?
Rumpelstiltskin.
I think what my friend is getting at is whatever patch you throw, that is how we will refer to you.
Okay, that sounds fun. Give me one of your patches then, strange man.
He hands her a bench.
And she yeets it onto the ground. Roll a d100 for me.
I hope that her name is Boat.
I want a second horse.
The boat is already gone. Boat and horse are already gone.
It's
Oh,
random.
yeah, it's random
It's
between
random.
in the table.
Horse.
Oh, I
Right,
figured you
so it's-
couldn't get the same thing.
If you roll,
You could get 12 horses.
nothing but horses. Oops, all horses.
What is
Well, 46 is... There's a flash of light and like a gust of smoke, or burst of smoke comes out. And there is another large riding horse just hanging out.
Oh my god.
Claude goes.
Your name is Horse now.
He gets so excited and jumps and hugs the horse.
Malky pushes him off the horse and like mounts the horse.
What?
Wait, wouldn't it be
No,
her
he's
horse
hugging
though?
the horse like around
No.
the head.
He
Well,
didn't
the horse
say
is
she could
ours.
have
You
the
know,
horse.
this is.
Okay, well, that's very silly. Instead, you can call me, and then from the distance you hear someone shout out, Leeman, get back here right now! And then she's like, oh, gotta run! And then she just hops into the air, pulls her knees up to her chest, and disappears.
I don't even care anymore. I got a new
Horse.
horse. Jam,
The horse isn't yours. Back the fuck off, Claude.
Jam came back. Jam came back.
No, we're
It's
not.
bad luck to name your horse after the horse has been ruthlessly killed.
Oh my god. Okay, we'll name him.
You're not naming the horse, so just stop. It's
I
my
wanted
horse.
to name the horse.
Honey,
They're all still the same
honey.
horse.
Okay, thank you. The horse is mine to name.
The horse is Verocio's. I'm giving the horse to Verocio. I gave you Biscuit.
Okay, I'm naming the house. I'm naming this horse Cloud.
I will kill the horse.
What? That's not nice.
What was the name of the girl was called?
Leeming. Liming.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I don't like what
Is this
you
an
did
inside
there.
joke?
Now that there's finally
Yeah.
characters that you recognize from the setting showing up, rather than who's Warreeve? I don't know who that is.
What is a Warreeve? I don't know.
I know, exactly.
I
What
like
is a Deckard Cain?
And that is where we'll pause for now.
I
Had fun.
apologize for being late. I had to drive a friend home because his ride got mad and had left him.
No, that's
Oh,
okay.
It's all good.
As we watch Princess Mononoke, me and the boyfriend. So
Well, thank you for running the game, Anton. It was very fun.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
That's okay. I hope everyone had a good time.
I did.
I'll play with you.
yeah.
Yes, it was a good time. Finally back at it. We have a second horse.
You
I
do.
can't believe it happened. I can, but I can't.
Biscuit and Claude. The classic combo.
What? No, but see, if you
And-
call the horse Claude, then we're gonna be like, "Hey, where's Claude?" And then Doctor will show up and be like, "No, not you."
Exactly.
It's just smart Claude and Bird Claude.
No, it just means that Claude can always be with Biscuit. They're a pair now forever.
Listen, I'm going to throw all these patches and we're all going to get our own horse.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Alright. Let's wrap this up. Good night, everybody.
Good
Thanks for
night.
hanging out.
Thanks for joining us. It was fun.
Bye.